To another episode of Mukluk Streams. I'm your charming, self-proclaimed yet still humble host, Mukluk, and Happy New Year! Welcome. It is January 1st, 2024. It still feels like we're in 2020, doesn't it? Wonderful. Hello, everyone. Welcome back. And we are starting off the year right by hunting heretics. That's right. We're gonna hunt down some heresy. However, not here. There is a Hellbrute up here and 3 Chaos Marines. And I tried this fight twice last time. And the second time, I did pretty good. And I managed to kill the Chaos Marines with the Hellbrute, which is that giant flanking you hear. He gets 9 attacks per round.
One step
and
at a time.
if one of them hits one of your people, they're dead, pretty much. So we need to get stronger and come back to this later, because that's insane. That is actually insane. So let's see. That is, where's that? Ice World of where am I right now? Hold on a second. Let me go to the big map. Happy New Year, all you fabulous people. You as well, Shinkill. Dan the Man, I see you also. Frozen Prince. All right, so Frozen Prince, the ice planet of Frozen Prince. I'm gonna write this down, you guys. Hang on a second. Let's see. Frozen Prince, Ice World, Hellbrute, and Chaos Marines. Okay, we'll come back to that later on. All right, have I looked at this one? No, I have not. Happy New Year to you as well, Panther. Begin scan. What do you got? Plasteel. I have so much plasteel. I'm gonna let that one pass. All right, let's try this one. Please go around the sun. Do not fly through the sun. Scan. More plasteel. Are you kidding me? All right. All right, go to the big planet. Scan. Nothing. Wow. Okay. All right, on to the next planet then, I guess. Good morning, Mike. Good morning, chat. Hello, Bluebell. Good morning to you also. All right, let's warp to the Emperor's Palm. I'm sure this will not be dangerous and nothing bad will happen. Emergency! Oh, okay, we're off to a good start. Servitors assigned to the storage bays have gone berserk and are attacking Voidsmen. Survivors are claiming to have seen pernicious warp beasts possessing one of the automatons and must be expelled one way or another. Alright. I know if I pick one of the other options, the crew will win, but there will be losses, so I'll go take care of it myself. I'll handle this. Because in a crew of thousands, it makes the most sense to send the most important people on the entire ship down to handle it themselves. Just like an episode of Star Trek. When, like, the captain and the first in command and, like, the head doctor and all those people, the head engineer, they all go down in the away team with, you know, Ensign Ricky, who's in a red shirt. Here we go. Any demons? No, I see the servitors. They say possessed. I don't see any demons right now. Okay. Let's see. Decide how to do this. We'll put Abelard here. I don't know if they can move through diagonal spaces. Find out. Defective servo skulls too. Okay, so Muck goes first. Muck, bring it down on cast to get for an extra turn. Cast buff yourself. And let's see. Hit a servo skull. Alright, one dead. Okay. Enemy turn. Repair protocol. Okay, so the servo skulls can fix them, I'm guessing. Alright, Argenta's turn. Let's see. She can't kill it in one hit. That's a bummer.
As the Emperor commands, I...
Alright, she got that one. And let's see.
I'll do it. This is why I was
Get that
chosen.
one lower, and then
As
just
the
entrench
Emperor
yourself.
commands, I act.
Heinrich's turn. Word of the Emperor! Buff everyone's resolve. I like that buff because it stacks infinitely. You can just keep doing it. Let's see, buff on Abelard, and haste on Cassia, and that's fine. A little concerned about the Veil, which is getting quite high. Repair Protocol, plus 30. Pascal's turn. Let's see. He can use the Machine Spirit Banishment on these guys to injure them greatly. So we can do that.
Running binary override.
Let's try using this one. Nice. What was that second hit point? Oh, it's cover. He destroyed some cover. Okay.
Running binary override.
And hack the weapons. Alright, Muck's turn. Let's get past another turn. She can put another buff on Muck.
Accustomed to being ordered
Then we can
around.
blast something. This
If I
guy.
may, another foe painted
Nice.
black.
Alright, she's gone. And then the remainder of Muck's turn happens. Use Inspire to buff Cassie's damage. Could put Regen. I'll put Regen on Pascal. Defective Servo Assault. Target Designation Protocol. So they do more than just spam repair. I'm guessing that just points who they want to shoot. Heinrich's turn. So let's move here.
At your beck and call.
And then taunt all this stuff.
What is it?
Why didn't he parry that? He has defensive stance active. That's very odd. Whenever he has defensive stance, which is that yellow icon, anytime he gets hit, he should hit back if it's a melee thing.
Me, if you insist, Lord Captain.
I heard it greatly, but did not kill it. Let's see.
I am a navigator, not
Give
a
Argenta
servitor.
another turn. Dash backward.
Doubt is for the weak. I'll do it. None can escape the Emperor's
Got that
judgment.
one. And that lets her use Revel and
As the
Slaughter.
Emperor
Happy to hear about you as
commands,
well,
I act.
Jester. Hello!
I'll do it.
Armamentum.
In thy light I stand, and thy light I crave. This is why I was chosen. Doubt is for the weak. Each strike is a prayer. Faith without it is why I was chosen. As the Emperor commands, I act. I'll do it. I refuse. Doubt is for the weak.
She
As
cannot
the
do any
Emperor
more attacks
commands,
right
I
now.
act.
That is foolishness. Isn't this a job?
Trying to make those servitors hit each other. Oh, nice. One of them killed the other. Oh! Oh, that's interesting. I've only seen Psychers do that. I haven't seen a mechanical enemy do that before.
Faith without deeds is worthless. As the Emperor. I'll do it.
Very interesting.
Let's see to
Okay,
it.
word of the Emperor again. Excuse me. Warp speed on Muck.
Naturally. But of course,
Iron Arm on Pascal.
Lord Captain, I
And
won't object to
Endure.
it.
Here. Free attack. Knockback.
The ultimate comprehensible.
Oh wow. Appears through 4 things. That's awesome.
My vow is to
get back behind cover.
Request approved.
Alright, stack more damage on Cass. Hit Cass another turn.
Me?
Finish him off.
As duty demands.
And what else can you do with this turn? I could cast regen on someone, but literally no one's been hurt yet. Let's set one of them. Wait, what? What just happened there? I had the camera up here, so I didn't see Muck. The spell fizzled or something? Deals 15 damage to cover. Did I click on the cover? Oh, I was trying to click on him. It must have. Shoot. Well, that's a minor bummer.
Damage to bulk.
Injured. I'm enraged.
High momentum.
Let's see.
A tactically sound approach. Victory is imminent.
Alright, do that. There's the return melee that we didn't see earlier. Let's try to get this guy in the corner that's shooting us. Got him. Okay. Let's mind control
Isn't
that
this a
guy.
job for the
Hit one of your
cells?
friends. He shoots one of the servo skulls. Self-destruct protocol. Not seen that one before.
The enemies of the Emperor will be undone.
Alright, Revel in Slaughter again. Run and gun.
As the Emperor, you, my Emperor. Doubt is
Reload and
faith
trench.
without deeds is worthless.
Worried about the veil. We got a lot of purple right now.
I won't do that.
No line of sight to the target. Looks like it'll barely hurt them anyway.
Everyone, step aside.
Oh, that last ability I tried to use, it made lightning spawn. And that one knocked Pascal back. Yeah, we're doing real good right now. Alright. What's going on, Post to your peoples? What's up, Synchro? Just getting our first gaming session into the new year. It's going well. Let's see. Here, Regen Abelard. And him on fire. Let's see. Bring it down on Pascal. And we completely miss. Do that then. Not too many hangovers in chat, I hope. No, I drank a responsible amount of Coca-Cola last night. Nothing too crazy. But I appreciate the concern.
A wicked thought.
That's not the Seneschal's job.
Okay.
I am a navigator, not a servitor.
It occurs to me I could have used Finest Hour before this. And already beaten this fight.
I'm afraid not.
Cannot give him an extra turn.
If
Is it a range
only
issue?
that were possible.
No. Alright, just end the turn.
Guided by faith, I will not.
No line of sight, really? Okay, there it goes.
This is why I was chosen.
Let's see to it. I won't object to it.
Target is too far. Really? Oh, there. I hit the wrong button. I was trying to melee him instead of shoot him. There we go. Alright. Any loots? Scrap chainmail. I think the best reward is the XP we made along the way.
Patience. My nerves.
All right, back to
are
back to the bridge. Oh, I didn't even have to loot. There was just a collect all thing. Oh, that's awesome. Chad, I'm gonna need to find a. Well, actually, no. Tonight's Mutiny Monday, but last night we started Spell Force, which was kind of cool. But also the day before, we finished 2 games. We finished Dyson Sphere Early Access, and we finished The Return of the Obra Dinn. So I need to find a second new game to go with Spellforce for the evening streams. So that's something that's on my mind right now. Looking through some of the new stuff. Looking through the game recommendation sheets and such. Unknown ships. Alright. Save game. Actually, hold on. I forgot this game is quick save. I don't have to go through those menus. Alright, let's try the ship battle. You're facing several Eldari scout ships. The Xenos are in no hurry to attack, and time seems to have slowed down. One wrong move, and carnage will ensue. Ask Yerlet to help you negotiate. You could finish Dyson Sphere program. Well, when you reach the top of the research tree in early access, it says, like, you beat the game. However, you can do that without even starting the Dyson Sphere. I did then do a lot, like, off-stream. I basically just watched it and let it build. Actually, I've got some really, really pretty pictures from that. Hang on a second. So, because at this point, I could go mine a bunch of worlds, but I was just kind of letting what I had build the sphere. So just kind of like AFK for a few hours and come back. And this is me standing on my main world and looking up at it as it's forming. And this was me like a few hours later on a closer world looking at, look at that, that's my silhouette right there. But yeah, it's, I've basically done everything that, you know, you're intended to do. It's just, I just got to stare at it and wait for like another 5 hours and let it finish building. I could copy my factory world onto other planets and do, really up like how fast I'm making the pieces of the sphere. But I could also just AFK and wait and it'll finish because I've got everything that you need to have. Ask Yerlet to help you negotiate. Persuasion success. Yerlet's speech is met with a torrent of Eldari abuse that is too much for even your elucidator. The Xenos accuse her of betraying her kind by conspiring with the Monkey and unceremoniously cut the connection. Yet their ships are no longer blocking the way. 7 XP. Maybe I should have just fought him. More plastic. Oh my god. A celestial body holds 0 interest as an object of study. We can continue onward, Lord Captain. I haven't looked in a while at contracts. Is there any we need? We need 2 Xenos tech for that. Okay. Mark, did you play Sunken Land? One moment. No, does not ring a bell. Place the plasteel again. Yeah, I really hope I don't find a mission later that needs like 80 plasteel, because I'm just like leaving so much of this. $50 XP. What's this? No. Euphrates 2. This is the Forge World, Euphrates 2. It belongs to the explorators of the Cognizance fleet. They colonized it centuries ago. Unfortunately, we do not possess the privilege of landing here. Why can I not go down to the surface of the planet? The world is declared off-limits to the laity due to the sacred rites of the Adeptus Mechanicus being performed on its surface. I'm afraid the restriction applies even to your lordship. What secrets are they hiding? Rumors say the servants of the Omnissiah are calculating the formula of ultimate destruction in the secluded tech crypts of this world, seeking to confine it to a rigid system of previously unseen weapon primers. Others whisper that the local denizens have dedicated their lives to the restoration of a ruined divine weapon from the dark age of technology, whose power and technological perfection are so holy that a mere glance from a layman would be an affront to the Omnissiah. Okay, let's leave. Alrighty. Muk, did you play Sunken Land? It's like adventure, survival, and building, but water world. Sounds like Raft. Sounds like when I played Raft. Wow. I can't make a connection to those? Oh man, this sucks. So I need 3 Navigator's Insights to connect to those. Which I do not have. So I gotta start backtracking now. The clan servicing the cooling. Oh, we've had this one before. Let's see, that's 70. Alright, try cleansing the deck with fire. Success. Yep, alright. We've seen that one a few times. Alright, right now the only way I can go is back here. I hate how many of the Navigator's Insights I used up early in the game, not realizing how slowly you get them. Because you can use them to make the routes safer, or use 3 of them to open a new route. And now I feel like I needed to save all of them to make new routes. Hey, Kitso.
There will be no peace in my wake.
Whoa, what are those?
What advice do you seek?
Let us rise up to that storm!
Primal Bloodletter. Oh boy. Okay. See, get oh, I clicked the wrong button. That's Argenta. Okay, Argenta, I guess you're going first.
As the Emperor commands.
Alright, cast, buff
I'm not
yourself.
accustomed to being ordered around. Me? If you insist,
Zap
Lord
him.
Captain.
Give an extra turn to... Who gets an extra turn? I guess Argenta.
This is why I was chosen. Doubt is...
Whoa! Wasn't expecting that. Good parry, Abelard.
Vengeance will be swift.
It's her turn again?
Faith. This is why I was chosen.
Chaos Marine is in the back. Oh no, we're getting flanked. Alright, these are 2x2. I think if I move Abelard here, he can't get past.
I will do my duty. It will be
Try
done.
to taunt all of these.
Let's see to
Alright,
it.
resolve buff. Speed on her.
I won't object
Iron
to
Arm
it.
on Abelard. Dur. Pascal.
The Messiah knows all, comprehends all. My vow is to serve.
Alright, regen on Heinrichs. Bonus damage on Cass. Give Cass another turn. Cass, give Muk a buff. And then blast
Isn't this
this
a job
one.
for the stride to die with grace at
Alright,
least?
one down. Alright, Cass's turn again. Give
I'm not
Heinrichs a buff.
accustomed to being ordered around.
Does she have line of sight of the ones that are flanking us? No,
Keep
she
the group
does
alive.
not.
I'll be right back. I want to stand in the fire just so you
I
don't
am
get
a
bored.
navigator, not a servitor.
Oh, possible huge damage here.
Me? If you insist, Lord Captain.
Whoa! What? Was that a... What was that? Passive warp creature. Manifestation. Whenever this creature does damage to enemies, they suffer minus armor deflection and gain a trauma. I don't see anything where I hit it, it gets to hit back. Did he get the trauma thing? Psychosomatic trauma, yeah. Okay, it lasts for 1 turn. Cannot use psychic powers, it says. Check Bloodthirst. Bloodthirsty Roar? No. Immune to burning, that's good to know, but...
Running binary code right.
Touch of Anger. Oh, it didn't move far enough. I was hoping it would hit its friend. Happy New Year. You as well, Awesemo.
I'll do it as the Emperor.
Alright, nice. 1 down. Let's see.
I'll do it.
Downs.
Doubt is for the weak.
Excellent.
Indeed. At your beck and call.
Let's see to it.
Oh, what was that? So, that last power Heinrich's used blew up in our face because of the veil. I'm not sure exactly who got hit by that, though. Alright, free attack. Knockback with the Mechadendrite. Does he still have perfect spot? Yes, he does.
My vow is to serve.
Again, we shot him and he immediately got a turn. So it's not just like a riposte. Riposty. It's like when he gets hurt enough, he gets to immediately just take like a turn, movement included.
We function as one.
Schemes within schemes. What if?
Alright, Cass's turn.
Isn't this a job for the serfs? I'm not
Hit this
a
one
person
flanking
of
us.
duty
Nice. Alright, so now there's 1 behind us instead of 2. And give a buff to
If I may.
Bernard.
High momentum.
Alright, so now we can cast Finest Hour.
No.
So use that on Cass, and she gets a bunch of extra turns.
Another foe painted black. Me? Try to die with grace, at least.
Alright, so I think... Oh, she can reach it. I didn't think she'd be able to reach this from there.
I am a navigator, not a servitor.
Nice. Yo, Cass carrying there. Okay, cool. I was not expecting a Chaos Marine and those, whatever those monsters were. That was my first time seeing them.
I am the rogue thread.
Such heresy? That was heresy. Got a grenade. Something about taking X amounts of damage and fights back. Yeah. You can spam yellow travel to have a chance to gain navigator points. Really? That's useful, LRF. Thank you. I did not know that. I thought you only got navigator points when you did the explore the surrounding area thing. It's like, I need 3 points to get over there. Also, how do I get to that one? There. They're called bloodletters, they're corn demons. To say they like blood and skulls is an understatement. Got it. The void ship is in the clutches of the warp elements. A whirlpool has suddenly emerged and is threatening to throw the ship off course and leave the helpless crew at the mercy of the Sea of Souls. Only the navigator's talent can save hundreds of people from madness or death. Call upon the navigator to do his duty and steer the ship back on course. His duty? Her duty. Why on earth would it ask me if I want to just let the ship die? Like, that's a weird question. Of course, no. Yeah, just spam back and forth the yellow path until some event gives you a point. The plasma drive crew is begging for help. Thin and graceful warp creatures laughing merrily have caused a massacre in the drive bay. Alright. Gotta go deal with this now.
That looks like a void train.
Kind of. It's the ship coming out of a warp.
I thought it was a train coming out.
Nope, that's my ship.
Curiosity.
Oh, it was okay. I didn't hate it,
sings
didn't
in
love it
my
yet either.
veins.
The Spellforce game. At the moment, but I've not seen much of it yet.
Ooh, what a glorious storm this battle will be!
There they are. Daemonettes. Oh, there's a few over here too. Alright. Muck's turn first. Give an extra turn to
Let's
Pascal.
see.
Running binaric override. Request approved. Running binaric override.
Let's see. He's done. Demonette coming over.
I'm not accustomed to being ordered around. Me? If you insist, Lord
Start
Captain,
hitting that.
do not dare ask.
Running binaric override.
Okay, got that net. Argenta's turn.
Faith without deeds is worthless.
Bye.
That is not the Emperor's will.
It seems Argenta's got that one bug again. Because I just told her to shoot, and she absolutely did not shoot.
I'll do it.
I'm gonna tell her to shoot again, and I don't expect it to work.
As the Emperor commands, I
Nope.
act.
It's just acting like it did, but it didn't, so we just have to give her a turn up. That's the... maybe in this whole playthrough, that might be the 4th time we've seen that bug. It's always Argenta, also.
A genius at work.
Might be out of range? No, because it uses up the action point. If it's out of range, it'll say out of range. She raised her gun, and it said in the log that she did it, and then it just didn't do it.
Schemes within schemes.
Isn't this a job for the serfs? If I may.
Heinrich's turn. Word of the Emperor!
Let's see to it.
Good morning and Happy New Year. You too, Optim. Hello.
I will do my duty.
Spawn, can't reach them. Alright. I guess just
It will be done.
these. Alright. Let's see. Death Whisper. Wow. Okay. Mechadendrite, get away from me. This could pierce through this guy and hit Cass. Alright, since that's the case, let's focus on this one over here.
Unsatisfied.
Alright.
I'm not accustomed to being ordered around. Another foe painted black.
And she deleted that one. It's almost dead.
Isn't this a job for the serfs?
I'll do it. None can escape the Emperor's judgment. Doubt is for the weak. Faith eradicated.
Looks like she can actually fire again now.
As the Emperor commands, I act.
And that one, it used up the ability and it did not shoot. See, Argenta uses pistol shot and then there's no damage line. Like up here she used pistol shot, then there's a damage line. Here, there's just nothing. So somehow her trying to shoot at this one, it's causing that glitch. Something about that shot. The game says it's allowed, but it's not allowed.
Let's see.
Right, regen on self.
Running binary code.
Pop him.
A wicked thought.
I really just use Heinrichs for buffs at this point.
But of course,
Just
Lord
fine, he's good at
Captain,
that.
for the throne's glory.
Certainly seems more useful than Yurliet. Yurliet. Oh wow. Abelard just got 2 kills from counterattacks.
Victory is imminent. At your beck and call.
He's holding a choke point there, so I'm just gonna keep him right there.
High momentum. The script trooper.
Take that one down. I maybe could have gotten a second kill there with him if I had moved, done a melee hit, then a shot, and then dashed backward. But didn't think about it at the time. Blast her. Make these angry. See if they'll hit each other. Yep. A little bit.
Isn't this a job for the serfs?
Request approved. Your desire condemns you.
Let's see. Finest hour on Pascal.
Death in colors.
The oldest malfunction successfully terminated. The desire condemns you. Successfully terminated. My competences are not that universal.
Oh, he's not out. I thought he was out of shots.
Request approved. The order is
Now he's out of shots.
democratic protocols. Running binary override.
Me? If you insist, Lord Captain.
I'll do it.
Good morning, Mark people. Good morning, Smashy. It's the first Smashy of the new year. How are you?
As the Emperor commands, I act.
He's gonna have to move.
God Emperor, move through me! Be the fire in my heart!
Let's see.
I'll do it. As the this is why I was
close.
chosen. Doubt is for the weak.
Brace yourself, Avalon!
Okay, Abelard's grunting like he's about to die. He's completely fine.
Let's see.
Ignite that guy.
A predictable downfall. A wicked thought.
The old Messiah's knowledge of significant value.
Alright. Easy fight.
They
And
will
now I know
see.
it'll auto-loot these if I just leave.
Yes, indeed. They all will see.
So many shanks. Let's just find a big old stack of daggers. Okay. New area. Chart new routes. Alright, so there's 2 connections there. Alright, visit this one. One sec. Hold on. Okay. This is I've got a notepad on my other screen where I'm taking notes of these planets, the stuff that we're finding weird stuff on. Adamantine. We got 0 of that. I will take that. Thank you. Lava World. This is where the worst episodes of the Riftbreaker take place. Promethium. Wait. I happen to have read about burning worlds of Pandora. It is said the fires there have been raging for close to a century, though no one knows how. How long has this one been burning? Alright, we'll get the Promethium. Bizarre ruins. The bizarre structure observed from orbit appears to be a ruined estate of a wealthy noble. Further searching reveals the remains of an envirodome, a landing pad, the main manor, and servants' quarters. It is impossible to determine what exactly happened there. The search team has found something truly disturbing in the main hall, an opulently clothed skeleton sitting at the dinner table. The table is set with gold plates and covered with old blood and piles of bones. The bones on the plates are clearly human. No other remains have been found on the estate. Search for anything valuable. The scout team returns with expensive weapons taken from the skeleton. After finishing the report, they hurry away whispering prayers. Assault lasgun. How does that compare with what she had, I wonder? No, this is the wrong screen. This one. Then we'll see 15 to 20. Nope. Nope. Not an upgrade. 5% attacks. Let's see. Gonna see if there's any cloaks here. +5 persuasion. Serves a parry reduction. So fellowship. None of that really helps her. Any of these boots? Momentum. Just already surround the wearer. Alien beacon. Whenever the wearer deals damage to an enemy, has a chance to gain movement points. I guess. This only doesn't do much. Using reload of any weapon costs 1 less AP. Sure. It's, again, better than nothing. Bayonet knife. Your ranged attacks will do what bleeding when in melee? A bolter with a bayonet. Let's go. Alright, so that one's explored. Don't know what this is. Gotta redeem for put on the wizard hat. First wizard hat of the new year. Let's see. Recaller's plot. Oh, it's a mission. Nice. I mentioned it before, but those are my favorite parts of this game, is when you've got your people on foot. The ship's fine. The planetary, you know, maintenance stuff is fine. I like, being on foot.
One step at a time amidst the madness.
Welcome, your lordliness. Please, please come right in. Our chief shall greet you. And you nitwits, stop your gawking. Get back to work. Nameplate, Lord
I've
Imperium.
read about this.
The plate reads Lithanos Pride. The name Lithanos surfaces in your mind. The history... Okie dokie. The history of a family from the Coronis Expanse who invested all they had in a family ship. The ship perished in the warp on its maiden voyage. The Lethano life never recovered from this crushing blow. An initial survey of the vessel indicates that my explorator brethren have already performed a requiem right here. Further examination is inadvisable.
There will be no peace in my wake.
So are these people, like, lost in space?
Patience! My nerves are frayed!
KG, thank you for the
What is
5
that?
gifted. Really appreciate that.
Keep your guard up,
Muggle
Jai.
Douglas Bartholomew
Focus.
Reginald Esquire, the 4th, this is Joseph Isabels the 3rd. Welcomes your 5 gifted subs to the lab. Hope you enjoy your scene entertainment
Happy
on the
New
way.
Year,
Cricket, the
Muck
speakers,
and
don't
chat.
Baker's giveaways every week. Please take a seat, but you're alone into the edge. Sandra, welcome to you as well. Thank you.
Lies beyond
Appreciate the support. A dump site of cut pieces of metal and other materials, probably from clearing out a path deeper into the ship. Well,
in
pirates.
this tapestry of a world.
Happy New Year to you as well,
I
M62.
am the rogue thread.
Working area where fragments of the ship are dismantled in search of scraps of valuable metals or parts. I didn't get to read that. A tired woman of indeterminate age, clad in work clothes, breaks off from her task to greet you. She freezes momentarily, clearly unsure how to address you, and then says simply, "Your lordship, please excuse me. I don't really know your name. Welcome to our little colony. May the light of the Emperor be with you and with us. My name's Rita Maximova. I'm in charge here." What is this place? We just call ourselves Rita's crew, and this place is Rita's camp. That's it. We're recolligers, scavengers in common terms. She does not speak the word scavengers with any kind of disdain. On the contrary, there's dignity in her voice, the kind of which one would announce their affiliation with a respected guild or family. Tossing a glance at Pascal, she grimly adds, "And our work here is all legal, even though your brethren have no liking for us." Pascal stares dispassionately at Rita with a hint of disgust. Evidently, he has not even considered the possibility that replying to this creature's words could be anything other than heresy. I would talk to you, but it would be grounds to kill you. You take pride in your trade, I see. Sure do. It takes skill, luck, and a good head on your shoulders. We risk our lives every day crawling on top of these old buckets. If something goes wrong, we die, by the scores sometimes. One moment we're there, the next we're gone. Kind of like worker ants. But you know what, your lordship? Our job also has something, how should I put it, poetic about it. Hope you don't judge me too harshly and take it as insolence, but some people, even big people like you, think too highly of themselves. Let's say your ship hops into the warp someday and doesn't hop out of it in time, and around 1,000 years later, another gal like myself who needs to feed her 3 ankle biters somehow will be rifling through its remains looking for anything good. That's just the nature of things. Each of us comes and goes, but the way the world works stays the same. We all have our lot in life, and mine is just as good as any other. Do not dare backtalk me. You speak as if the world is set in stone and none of us can change anything for the better. There are some big things you're talking about, way out of my depth. Change for the better? Heck, that'd be nice. She pauses to think. If I was younger and didn't have 3 youngsters back home, maybe I would dream about stuff like that too. But as it is, I got no time for dreaming. I gotta work. What do you do here? Right now we're gutting this old heap of junk slowly but surely. That's a recolliger's life for you. They drop us off at some decrepit station or an ancient battlefield, and we sit there for years on end. We're looking for working tech or valuable materials and whatever else might be useful. If we find anything, we sell it to passing ships. Not the easiest job out there. These wrecks are chock full of all kinds of dangers. But, and I swear on my plasma torch, it's an exciting one for sure. This little bird's got all kinds of bells and whistles. Most of the tech is dead, but we do find working pieces now and again. We spent 2 whole months cleaning out the shaft we found. Finished just 3 days ago, actually, and we found this thing. A bit weird looking, but still functional. Her expression brightens a little. Perhaps your lordship would like to buy the component from us. I bet that big ship you've got could get plenty of use out of it. Pascal's Vox crackles to life imperiously, he tells her. Present the object, laywoman. But curiosity creeps into his voice nonetheless. Let me see about buying the component. Well, isn't that something? The Emperor himself must have smiled upon us. She makes a triumphant gesture. I mean, thank you, your lordship. You'll be pleased with the results. Magnus-class rechargeable battery. Is this a ship part? 210 XP, by the way. Her mood visibly improves. You know, your lordship, it's kind of embarrassing to offer you this, but over in that corner there, we keep things we don't rightly understand or can't really use. You could send some people to check it out if you'd like. Clearly, you know more about the stuff than us. You might find something useful. You have your own ship. No, not even close. A luxury like that? You could count the recolligers who got their own ship on one hand. An old worker's hand that got sucked into machinery 3 times and slashed by a plasma cutter twice. We fly with whoever... Oh, okay, I just got it. She's basically saying 0 with a whole bunch of words. Let's see. Wizard Dennis. Alright. Yeah. Heresy. Stupid. We fly with whoever. We're mostly just taking our chances. Sometimes we hitch a ride on the promise we'll pay with what we find later. Other times we find some other means. Risky business, obviously. 5 or so years back, a crew got dropped off at an abandoned station, but something wasn't right with the life support systems. The ship came back to pick them up 2 years later and found nothing but bodies. About 15 years ago, back before I had my first little one, a ship took 3 crews to locations and ran into pirates on the way back. The ships go out of expeditions for years at a time, so it was ages before anyone realized they were missing, and it was even longer before they remembered the scavengers. Plus, it took some time to find a ship that could check on them and pick them up. Long story short, all 3 crews had bought it. Yep. Can you tell me anything about this wreck? Not much. We're no eggheads, you know. We're manual labor. It's an ancient thing, pretty dangerous, and we don't really know much beyond that. Before we came here, some tech priests had done their own bit of gutting. I mean, ritualing, bowing to the spirits and all that. That don't tend to leave a whole lot of valuables behind, it's true, but it's way too scary to go in before them. And hey, we dragged a dozen of their broken servitors out of the mines after. The carcasses smell awful, but you can pluck a decent number of parts out of a servitor and sell them. Doesn't seem like there's anything nasty living inside the wreck now, but the wreck itself is barely holding together. You go a couple of modules from here, and that's it. You won't take another step without fearing that a broken reactor might cook you alive, or a whole module might depressurize. Well, it's nothing we haven't handled before, so we're having a poke at it, but we don't have a clue what this ship is or who it belonged to. I can take you from this place. It's not safe here, and sooner or later, it will drift somewhere so remote nobody will ever find you again. But this is our whole livelihood, your lordship. You take us from here, and what are we gonna do? Sit in some hold, slaving away? Here we've got our own colony, our own operation? No, this is our path, and we won't stray from it. I see. Your lordship? Rita falters as if flustered by her own nerve. Please don't take it as insolence, but it's not like I have much choice. It's not often that we get well-stocked ships around here, and we could certainly use more provisions and some warm clothes. If it's something you would be willing to provide, we would gladly barter for it with whatever we can dig up inside this here ship. It's just a respectful offer of fair trade. She bows slightly before stepping aside. Okay. Locked container.
I beg your pardon.
Something is propped against the door from the inside. You can hear the piercing sounds of a saw and other tools coming from behind it. A small selection of valuable finds, carefully sorted and packed. The simple machinery and tools look a little well-worn, but well-maintained. In this work of crude craftsmanship, you can just make out one of the depictions of the Emperor commonly seen in the Coronis expanse.
Oh, one step at a time.
The apparatus gurgles and it's a strong smell of alcohol, probably not of the industrial variety. I kind of thought after talking with her it was going to give me like a new trade window. I guess that's it.
There will
here's
be
something.
no peace in my wake.
When she said there's stuff in the corner we don't know what it is, I wonder if that was what it was.
They will
That's the
see.
pile I just picked up.
Oh yes, they all will see.
Alright, return to ship. So she just gave me something, was it plasma battery? It might be a, like a weapon type thing? Nope, I thought it was gonna be here. I guess not. I thought it was gonna be a part for the ship. Okie dokie. Alright. Unidentified void ship. A Vox notification from the Augur crew drowns out the usual noise on the bridge. An Imperial vessel, the Darkpiercer, and its escort ships are headed your way. Your archives make no mention of either the ship or its owner. As you consider your course of action, the ship's captain contacts you first. Introducing himself as the Pilgrim, the captain greets the rogue trader courteously and offers to purchase any information you might have on crystal phlogiston deposits. Why do you call yourself the Pilgrim? He admits he has not always done the right thing in his life, but he once beheld the blessing of the Emperor himself and has followed a special path of service to him ever since. That is the path he now treads as the Pilgrim. Why do you need phlogiston? His coarse laughter echoes forth from the Vox. Phlogiston is a part and parcel of many different aspects of life in the Imperium. How exactly his customers are going to use it is none of his concern. All that the Pilgrim promises is that the phlogiston will be used for the good of humanity. Pascal becomes visibly animated at the mention of phlogiston. Though indifferent to the prospect of a deal with the shady individual, the Magos nonetheless recommends you find out more about phlogiston deposits. Your own protectorate would benefit from the knowledge. Sister Argenta sincerely believes the words of the Pilgrim. A cowl or golden aquila are no prerequisites for being his true servant. If the captain sincerely wants to help the Imperium, perhaps by his own methods, there is nothing questionable about extending a helping hand. Commerce, 79% chance. Propose a deal. Valuable information in exchange for granting the Pilgrim the right to mine phlogiston using the Von Valancius extractiums. The captain of the Darkpiercer is in the best of spirits. In gratitude for your invaluable help, he sends you a small box containing ancient maps and documents. They appear to speak of a certain imperial world lost many centuries ago. Then, in a somewhat conspiratorial tone, the Pilgrim relates a story about a standoff between two Xenos fleets, which he was told by an acquaintance. The person in question, sadly enough, died at the hands of the Inquisition before they were able to pass on the coordinates for the crash site of one of the Xenos ships. However, the Pilgrim knows for a fact the vessel met its demise on an ocean world. Okay, bye. Let's see. Boop. More plasteel. So much plasteel lately. I've been saving my extractiums for other things that I needed more of, but hope I don't end up regretting not scooping this up while I had the chance. Okay, back here. Alright, what is that? Apparently I need to go there. Alright. Warp. Are you playing in the background of this in-game sound? Maybe. Disaster. Bizarre warp sorcery has linked a daemon, one that has breached the Geller field, to one of the voidsmen from the Macro Cannon crew. A former faithful servant of the Emperor has now become a heretic preacher, gathering a flock of those bewitched by the arch enemy. Oh god. Alright. I will save them with the power of friendship and also this gun I found. Tap quick save. Haven't done it during the foot missions in a bit.
Curiosity sings in my veins.
We are the spearhead of...
The battleground beckons!
Your Emperor won't save you!
Oh my. Alright, Muck turn, Muck first. Am I giving Pascal a turn? Missed.
Request approved.
Unfortunate.
I'll do it. My Emperor! Each strike is a prayer. As the Emperor commands, I act. Faith with this is why I was chosen. I'll do it. Doubt is for the weak.
Is Cass still killing 90% of enemies? So, Cass, she has multiple traits which make her stronger every turn that passes. And also, her attack does not miss. So often by the end of the fight, she's done the most damage, yes. But there are some situations where, like, Pascal can ramp up also. And Argenta ramps up, her damage increases every 2 kills. So I try to have her kill the weaker stuff first. Pascal, as long as he fires his blaster every turn, it gets stronger and stronger and stronger. But it resets if he goes a turn without firing. Dang.
Me? If you insist, Lord Captain. If I may.
I won't object to it.
Throwing some buffs around.
Alas, no. Let's see to it. I won't object to it.
Alright, so we're gonna move him here.
Indeed.
And then defensive stance, so he's blocking the stairs because these guys are 2x2. They'll still be able to go up that side though. So I'm gonna try to...
At your beck and call.
Not quite a kill. I've seen people use Argenta to straight up clear entire counters. It was wild. I could totally see it. I made Argenta a bounty hunter, and I kind of regret that. It's not amazing, but it's okay.
Let's see.
I'd like to have Argenta kill that. Alright, that one's gone. Is anyone injured right now? I don't think so. They're immune to fire.
A genius.
Set that guy on fire.
My ears are ringing. I took care of this one.
He's dead. Alright, make sure that claim the bounties on this. Then finish it with that.
As the
Running
Emperor
gun.
commands, eradicated. Faith without deeds is worthless. Power
Firearm
resides in the
mastery.
will of the righteous. Each strike is a prayer. I'll do it. None can escape the Emperor's judgment. Each strike is a prayer. This is unacceptable.
An exemplary strike.
Ah, they got a turn,
Eradicated.
and I hadn't hit them. Oh, I think the cover exploded or something. Speaking of using Argenta to clear entire encounters.
Doubt is for the weak.
Me? If you insist, Lord Captain. I am a navigator, not a servitor.
My vow is to serve.
Try to make them hit each other. Nope, didn't work.
Let's see to it.
Oh my god, warp explosion. Bunch of people got
It
knocked
will
down.
be done. At your beck and call.
Happy New Year. You as well, Mandar. Welcome.
High momentum.
Let's see. So, permanent damage buff on cast, and then cast Finest Hour on her.
I'm not accustomed to being ordered around.
And she gets many turns.
Duty demands, if I may.
And she kills both of those. Alright, easy.
Tapestry of the world.
I should auto loot when we leave.
And the road forever.
Alright. Alright, and let's see, chart new routes. Alright, cool, so that connects to those. And visit. Chavaret says, I'm on the planet where you get Pascal as my first planet, and I'm getting my back end handed to me. My road trader just likes to die. The Psyker lady dies when anyone looks at her. Abelard is immortal, but his damage is dookie. Argenta and Pascal are what they are. Am I missing something? 20 dudes just reaming my butt. Hey Shava, let's see. Around... I don't remember if I had it at that point. At that point in the game, I think Argenta was carrying me. She was doing everything. I had her with a weapon called a long las, which is like a las gun, a sniper version, like a long-range las gun. And she was in the back, and she was basically popping everybody. She was killing everyone. And whenever she gets 2 kills, her skill Revel and Slaughter pops up. And that gives her permanent bonuses until the end of the fight. So just, you basically use her to kill the weakest things and buff up, kill the weakest things, buff up, and until she's like popping the big stuff too. Pascal's kind of weird. When I first got him, he was really good at like, you know, lock-picking doors and opening things, but he wasn't super helpful in actual fights. So he had a decent melee attack, so I had him kind of behind Abelard as like the second melee guy. What was her name? The Psyker lady, she's kind of a glass cannon as long as she doesn't, you know, make the warp max out. You know, her chain lightning skill is really good. And I had mine pick up pyromancy, so mine could also put the fire dot on people. I don't know if you found one yet, but there's a staff that you can find that she can use that makes like, the next time someone hits a target, it's a guaranteed crit, and you can swap out the lightning staff for that one. That's useful sometimes. I don't know how you built your main person. I made mine an officer. I don't know what you did with yours. If you didn't make an officer, then I think the next officer you find would be when you recruit the navigator. And I don't know if you're there yet. I went Commissar, Officer, Fortress, World on my Road Trader, but it's just so squishy. So my main guy's an Officer Psyker, but he kind of hangs back, and just basically whoever is helping me the most in that moment, I keep giving that target extra turns. Where am I right now? I'm over here. All right, so I'm gonna tap quick save here. If it helps, and there's a small shameless plug here. Hang on a second. Give me 1 second, because I'm playing the game on hard difficulty. Not insane, there is one difficulty higher than that, but I'm playing it on hard difficulty, and I didn't have much trouble in that world. Except for, I think there was one fight on, the final fight on the world where you get Pascal was quite challenging. It took me two attempts. This is a link to the playlist of me playing this game. If it helps, you could look at how I handled specific encounters on there and see if it helps you out at all. If you're not interested, that's fine too. I'm just trying to help you answer your question. Alright, space battle. A violent battle is unfolding before the Road Trader's eyes. Patrol ships from the Corda fleet are tearing apart 2 small Eldari vessels. Once they're finished with them, the Void ships give chase after the third, already damaged vessel, clearly with the intention of destroying it as well. I'm like 3 wounds deep on some characters 20 minutes into the Pascal planet. Oh man, if I get wounds on someone and... well, I think on the Pascal planet you can't leave at whim. I often just like immediately just run back to the Void ship to get the wounds removed. I friggin' hate the wound system. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Since seeing the last ship's impending death, Yurliet calls out Lord Captain, her voice trembling slightly. Only the Road Trader's intervention can save her kin from the massacre. So hold on, let me read this again. Patrol ships from the Court of Fleet are tearing apart 2 small Eldari vessels. Once they are finished with them, the void ships give chase after the third, already damaged. Clearly the attempt to destroy as well. Heinrichs of Pyro, orchestrate flames, roll in place body flames, and burning blood can basically solve most encounters. That's a very specific setup. Send a message to Incendia Corda's fleet ordering them to stop the battle. The Voxmaster relays the Lord Captain's demand to stop the battle and soon returns with a reply. According to the Corda ships, the group of Xenos are malicious criminals. They are guilty of raiding the system's planets and robbing merchant vessels. Incendia Corda's void ships are intent on performing their duty before the Emperor and exterminating the Xenos. Yurliet sullenly watches the unfolding chase through the stained glass windows of the Captain's bridge. She grimly concedes that no crime should go unpunished, except her kin were flying transport ships. It would have been impossible for them to rob a ship, let alone launch a planetary raid. Vessels such as theirs simply lack the firepower to do so. The Monkey are lying. Lore, analyze the intact Xenoship. Test succeeded. Despite the presence of some weaponry, the Xenoship are more likely meant for transporting cargo or the Xenos themselves rather than direct combat. 64% chance. Demand Corda's warship ceasefire immediately and retreat. Unwilling to engage in open battle against the flagship of a foreign dynasty, the patrol reluctantly leaves its prey and retreats to the edge of the system. Meanwhile, the wounded Xeno ship is rapidly distancing itself from the recent battlefield, attempting to hide in the shadow of the nearest world. Every attempt to contact it is met with frustration, and the Voxmaster reports that the vessel is in deplorable condition. Who knows how much more than Xeno technology can endure before the irreparable happens. The Eldari are too scared and resentful of the Monkey for the recent deaths of their kin to answer incoming hails. Despite this, Yurliet is certain that she can convince them to cooperate with the Elentok if she's allowed to speak with them. Let her. Failed. That was 89%. Yurliet appeals to her kin's wisdom, but the words of the outcast cannot make them trust Monkey. The pain of loss filled with the Eldari hearts. Only recently did the humans destroy 2 vessels of the children of the Assyrian, and now they offer aid? Words they offer aid through the mouth of their captive sister. No, the Eldari will not fall for this trick. Trying to outpace the pursuit of the next Monkey vessel, the Eldari overload their void ship's drives. One of the damaged engines is unable to bear the strain. Before the eyes of 100 officers, the Xeno ship flashes a fiery light blue throughout the stained glass windows as thousands of tiny shards disperse across the system. The bridge officers openly rejoice, offering prayers to the Emperor. Today the Expanse is cleansed of more filth, the enemies of humanity. What is this if not his providence? And only the thin figure of the Eldari stands motionless against the backdrop of the intricate stained glass windows, mourning the fallen in solemn silence. Once the pain in Yurliet's soul is numbed, she now turns to the Lord Captain and nods, a short gesture of gratitude for their attempt to save those who could hardly be saved. Sometime after, Yurliet comes to the Lord Captain, haggard and still holding on to hope. She says she came aboard the Monkey vessel and set off into the darkness in the hopes of finding her kin, but found only corpses slaughtered by humanity's hatred. And though she and the Lord Captain were not always in agreement, the Elentok still tried to lend a helping hand. In gratitude, as she promised, she shares the coordinates of her kin's cache. Okay. Also, did I hear a level up noise? I did. Let's see. Oh, you don't really get a choice on this one. Okay, last volley. So Master Technician and 1 random ally make 2 attacks instead of 1 during orchestrated firestorm in last volley. I've never even used last volley. You can use multiple times for combat once per turn. All allies, including Master Tactician, have a weapon capable of burst fire. Use burst attacks. I don't need to use burst fire. All allies, including Master Tactician, have a weapon capable of area attacks. Use these signal strikes. Let's get can be used multiple times per combat. Same thing. Hey, hey Moon, how's it going? Unyielding Guard, what is that? Until the next turn, the Vanguard attacks each enemy. Yeah, this is another one that I've never used. Until the end of their next turn, the Vanguard cannot die. Until the start of the next turn, all damage suffered by the Vanguard is reduced by toughness bonus. Oh, wow. Until the end of combat, all allies in a 3-cell radius around the Vanguard suffer blank less damage. Wait, does that... Okay, there's two ways to read this. This could be the people around you at the moment you activate Vanguard are then buffed with more defenses for the rest of the combat. Or it could be every turn it checks who's within 3 cells of him, and they get the buff. I would hope it's the former, and not the latter. I'm gonna get the cannot die for 1 turn. I could use that against, like, that Hellbird. Prior to the attack, all prey suffers a 3% penalty to armor until the end of combat. This is a crappy skill. I don't care about this. Like, why would I use Wild Hunt to hit 1 target for 300% damage when I could use her other super special or other major move and shoot one guy like 8 times? Let's see, dispatch, another one I've never used. Makes an enemy with the current weapon, makes attack with the current weapon against an enemy. Cannot miss, it does 50% more damage. Also does additional damage equal to 25% of the target's missing wounds. But requires him to be in melee range, and I usually use him at range. Hey, Mug. Hey, Moon. I'll get the debuff one. Kind of a pretty honestly, the coolest level ups are the ones like this one, where you actually get to pick one of these cool skills. But these are so few and far between. Like, when is the next one of those? Here. So what is this, 27? So 28, 29, so 30, level 30 is the next one. Wait, is it every 10 levels you get to choose a new one of these? Alright, so we're there. Hey, Jen. Hang on, chat. Let me see if we can do a chip break. What's up? Happy New Year. I have a pointy party hat, but one time I put it on him, and he was not happy about it. Oh, landing gear's going down. Flop. Okay. Recharge the batteries. I don't know if it's his or mine or y'all's. Alright, what's this? This planet is devoid of even the most primitive forms of life. However, the crew has made quite a strange discovery. A mirror, lying right in the center of a huge crater. A completely ordinary mirror, in a frame, by all appearances, in pristine condition. Take the mirror. The mirror now hangs on the wall in one of the compartments. It looks completely normal. However, only an hour after its arrival, the Voxmaster reports that the shuttle crew that delivered the mirror has disappeared. The people who hung the mirror have also disappeared. Even the enforcer who wandered into the compartment by mistake and stopped to fix his new non-regulation cravat has vanished without a trace. Blow up the whole compartment with a mirror inside. Dispatch a group of servitors to smash the mirror. The team sent to destroy the mirror stopped responding the moment they entered the compartment. Blow up the whole room with the mirror inside. Deciding that half measures were not enough, the Lord Captain gave the order to blow up the compartment. The demolition team carried out the procedure with pinpoint precision, resulting in minimal damage to the rest of the vessel. However, the picked recorder in the servo skull sent to survey the situation showed the mirror was not damaged in the slightest, and it was now lying in the cavity left by the explosion. What? The boat, Rock the boat took 6 damage. So jettison the mirror from the ship or seal it in a room. So we basically got a room that deletes anyone thrown into it. Or it traps them, I don't know. Pray angrily at it. He's just praying there, menacingly. Seal the compartment and continue the voyage. The compartment door was welded shut and all support systems leading to it were sealed off. To this day, the crew tells stories of strange noises coming from the bulkheads, including the voices of former crewmates begging to be let out. But the bizarre incident stopped and the ship gained its own restricted area with a grim legend. Okay. Well, we took damage for nothing there. Alright, repair the ship. Hey, Erdodo. A vigilant member of the Augur crew has detected a small Xenos vessel drifting through the void. The ship is unpowered and shows no signs of being crewed. Send out a boarding shuttle. The squad aborted the vessel without issue. Corrosion laid waste to the ship's systems, which led to the death of the entire crew. The interior is full of Eldari corpses. No weapons found on board, and the dead Xenos, judging by their clothing, were not part of any warrior caste, merely the crew of the now defunct ship. The Xenos Yearliet claims to have recognized the symbols in the dead Eldari's clothes. They were civilian refugees from Kraft's world, Cruderok. Alright. You could use the mirror as a garbage disposal. Imagine the other people trapped in the mirror and garbage keeps like flooding into it. Need more wax parchments and scriptures on those doors. By their arduous labor and unbreakable spirit do his faithful servants fuel hundreds of Imperial worlds. The entire lives are an example of true service to humanity. Why are you quoting me? There's nothing on that rock. Last deal. Nope. Alright, quick save.
I'll ensure the crew's diligence.
The Drakari have blocked some of your flagship's posts using an unknown Xenos power. Your crew regains control of these posts in several rounds. Yikes. Leech torpedoes? Alright. So these torpedoes are going that way, and they take time to turn.
Unleash our fury! Set course!
Fire the Mezua!
Launch the devastating payload!
I'm worried about those hitting me. Reinforce the front shields.
There is a gap in their defenses.
Another enemy sundered by the
The
void.
enemy's defenses.
Engage the lads!
Wait, did he live? Oh my god, it's like 1 HP in a dream.
Engage the macro cannons!
What? Are you serious? Oh my god.
Sail upon the seas of void.
Not sure what I did, but Abelard is 15 AP. I can't use it all. The officer super skill, if you use it on someone, they get to take a whole ton of turns in a row. You might have done that.
Outstanding.
Alright, swing run to flip the ship around.
The destination is known.
Everyone, best wishes for you all. You as well, Vengeful Spirit. Happy New Year. Hi, Chair. Happy New Year.
Unleash our fury. Initiate macro cannon barrage.
Hello, sir. Chat, he needed attention. What's up? Hello. He's like, okay, I am done with this. Wow. Alright. Flickerfield generator, ghost plates. Okay. Did we take damage? Yes, we took a little bit. Alright, repair. Already explored. Already explored. Already explored. Okay. Next. A few different options here. Big main questline thing here. I'll go there first. Avoid the dangerous warp storm. Chart routes. So one new one there, and we got +1 insight. Alright, visit. Lord Captain, according to telemetry, we're in the system of Kava Gamma, the main industrial world of the Von Valancius dynasty. We found our third world. However, our astropaths report that attempts to contact Governor Gaproc have been unsuccessful. But wait, the Voxmaster is silent for a few seconds. Lord Captain, new report. Kava Gamma is sending a request to exchange data. Should we accept it? Accept the transmission. As you command, Lord Captain. The Voxmaster switches to a nearby comm channel to relay your instructions to the crew. For several minutes, nothing happens. A deafening screech erupts from the bridge's Vox system. You hear violent tirades of garbled binary code and like the low chuckles of machinery. Lord Captain, interference detected in the compartment's Vox system. Looks like the bridge is cut off from the rest of the Void ship. Start of picked recording. The Void ship's bridge. Sounds of working cogitators and officers' footsteps. The everyday scene is interrupted by an ear-splitting beeping sound, followed by lumens going out. In the dim glow of candles and emergency lights, one of the officers in frame cries out. Another falls to her knees, clutching her head. Over the beeping of Voxes, shouts can only be heard. What's going on? The doors are locked. We've lost all contact with all compartments. One of the bridge officers turns to the throne. Lord Captain, the Vox stations are malfunctioning and overloading the system. None of our outgoing transmissions are getting through. The incoming ones that do make it are distorted beyond interpretation. The Lord Captain gives the order to... Decipher incoming Vox transmissions at all costs. Proceed. A team of decryption experts gets to work. Data tethers are inserted into sockets as they connect to the cogitators. One of the Vox clerics leans over the console, another is writing something on a piece of parchment. But then she bursts into maniacal laughter and stabs herself in the eye with a steel quill. Another scream. A tech priest, who is mid-prayer, tears himself to pieces with his own mechadendrites. More and more lunatics are mutilating themselves and lunging at others. Portions of picked recording damaging after contact with unknown object. An enforcer shoves a rabid servitor away from the Lord Captain as he... relies on Abelard's strength. Rush to help the crew, shouting out orders. Succeeded. The image on the pict is fuzzy, nothing but glimpses of people shouting, racket, and the Lord Captain's orders. Within minutes, the crazed crew members are either dead or bound and unconscious. The officers clustered around the Lord Captain are barely breathing but unharmed. Scrap code. The voice belongs to an on-deck engine seer who has turned the Lord Captain from his station. We've been attacked with scrap code, a tech heresy designed to corrupt machines. The transmission received from the planet was infected with this taint. Behave. And is now running through the ship's veins. Omnissiah preserve us. So because I accepted the transmission, this is happening. It was a virus. The Voidborn officer appears before the Lord Captain once more. Whatever it is that's attacking us, we have a backup procedure that can circumvent the Vox barrier. In the atrium leading to the bridge, there is a terminal for an isolated system that might still be allowed pop. The pipes over the officer's head burst, and a blast of hot air flings the Voidborn away from the Lord Captain, his body slamming straight through a cogitator panel. The picked frame spins Yo, how pressurized was that pipe? The picked frame spins uncontrollably. The servo skull was jolted by the gust. The picked recorder fogs over, the Vox picking up the crackling of electricity and a death cry. Gas on the bridge! A junior attendant shouts and instantly doubles over, inhaling the poisoned air. Gives let's see. The rogue trader gives the order to evacuate immediately. Success. The rogue trader personally oversees the evacuation. Bring the plasma cutters. Get the wounded to the exit. The officers repeat his orders. When the servo skull following the rogue trader reaches the doors, they fall to the plasma cutters and crumble outward. The rogue trader is the last to leave the bridge. Corral succeeded. Leaning on a support beam, the rogue trader takes several deep breaths, trying to flush his lungs with air. Then, he straightens, smooths his uniform, and heads toward a goal known only to him. The servo skull follows. The atrium is in a state of panic. Silhouettes skitter about in the dark hall, illuminated only by the flickering of emergency lumens. Curt orders and someone's feverish words of prayer can be heard. Having lost all communication, the beheaded ship is writhing in agony. It takes a while for the Lord Captain to find the cogitator mentioned by the fallen officer. The panel of the isolated terminal is riddled with cracks and bloodstains. On the floor by the terminal, a tech priest is lying in a heap, with his head smashed and technical liquids mixed with blood oozing out of his pores. The Lord Captain decides to take his chances restoring the terminal. Success. The rogue trader rips the power key off the tech priest mechadendrite and opens the cover on the terminal. Sparks fly into his face, but he is confident in his manipulation of the tangled wires and clinging levers. After replacing the cover and ensuring that the system is restored, the Lord Captain brings up the required data on the screens. The maintenance bay is sending out hundreds of desperate distress calls that have gone unanswered up to now. When the machines went out of control and started turning people insane, others driven by some hateful, paranoid logic started butchering the servants of the Adeptus Mechanicus. The tech priests have sustained heavy losses, but the remains of the cult are still holding the line. Out of everything that's happening on the ship, the situation in the maintenance bay is the direst. The Lord Captain knows where help is needed most. He decides to head to the maintenance bay himself. The rogue trader arrives not a moment too soon. The crew, frightened out of their wits, have already cornered the priests of the Omnissiah and are about to execute them. The Lord Captain stands between the angry mob and the tech priest, his sheer presence already giving the crowd pause. Harshly cutting off any objections from the crew, the rogue trader orders the officers he gathered on the way here to escort the mutineers out and set up a guard post outside the bay, where the tech priest began to offer desperate prayers to the crippled machine spirits. Return to the bridge. The walk to the bridge is uneventful. The crisis has passed, although wounded and crippled, the ship nevertheless is returning to normal operation. Life on the bridge is bustling as ever, even though the people are surrounded by destruction. The senior officers have the situation under control, and the people that have been organized, the emergency crew have already finished repairing the pipes, the technomats are setting up cogitators and consoles, and the healers are bagging up what few corpses there are and examining the wounded. By the comm station, the rogue trader runs into the Voxmaster. Praise the Emperor, you're in one piece, Lord Captain. The situation on board is satisfactory. I was just in the middle of setting up comm channels. Soon all the Voxcasters will be fully operational. Another man appears in the picked frame. A junior officer completely out of breath, carrying a heap of scrolls. The Voxmaster nods at him. Ah, here are the reports, Lord Captain. If you find yourself able to return to your station, I can immediately give you a rundown of the state of affairs on the ship. End of picked recording. Gain 203 XP. That was pretty cool. That was neat how they told that story from the view of a servo skull. Lord Captain, the Voxmaster's voice quivering with exhaustion. The situation has been brought under control, more or less. It will take some time to eliminate the consequences of the attack completely, but the vessel is capable of motion. We may even be able to conduct a warp jump if you feel we should leave the system. Allow me to bring you up to date. Fortunately, the bridge suffered only minor losses. The reports mention only a few casualties that have already been replaced. Oh, well, if they're replaceable, no big deal. Kava Gamma went silent after transmitting the harmful signal. I will refrain from sending inquiries to the industrial world to avoid a second attack. I'm afraid we've exhausted our only option for remote analysis. More information can only be obtained by closing the distance or even sending an away party to the planet's surface. The Vox clicks as Heinrich joins the channel. The time has come to remind you about our agreement, Muck Von Luck. I must be present in your entourage during your expedition to Kava Gamma. I'm counting on your cooperation. The crew is awaiting further instructions, Lord Captain. Okie dokie. F5. Alright. Look around. Nothing. Alright. Not explored. This dwarf planet is marked on the Von Valancius Protectorate charts as Adel, and serves as a backup source of water for the habitable worlds of neighboring systems. Due to the abundance of bacteria proliferating in the Adel hydrosphere, the extraction of ice was stopped half a century ago, but much to your officer's surprise, the augurs detected an unidentified mining rig deep underground. Presumably, the excavation is aimed at extracting clay minerals near the planet's core enriched with iron and other metals. Contact the Extractium's Vox station. Success. The Extractium turns out to be Incendia Corda's latest investment, whose Demesne is located just within a few jumps from the Chronox system. While this world is of little value to the Von Valancius dynasty, your officers see this gesture as an attempt to test the boundaries of the newly minted Rogue Traders dynasty. Magos Pascal notes the unusual composition of Atli's core. Subsequent development will allow the extraction of rare refractory metals. Heeding his advice, the Rogue Trader decides to keep the Extractium for himself. Your people easily assume control as the frightened workers and the token security crew do not even attempt to resist. The Extractium's machines are restarted shortly after. The amassed containers filled with precious ore are delivered to the flagship's cargo hold. And that made a plasteel thing appear. Excuse me. Sorry about that. Alright, so now we've got a possible ship battle, so I'm going to quick save. And then go over here. Alright, bless you. Thank you, Smasher. Thank you, Mandra. Avoid using big words and big machines. Yes. And that was one heck of a virus, making people go insane and pipes burst and stuff like that.
Hold fast! Our faith will be tested!
Oh my god, how many enemies are there? A lot. Is it 5? Jeez.
Voidmaster, if you please. Lance! Unleash our fury!
Okay.
Commence torpedo launch!
Reinforce the forward shields. There's 6 of them? Oh my gosh. That's my escort ship. Alright, torpedoes. Really? These can't hit any of them?
Commence the symphony of macro
Alright, that one's gone. Where's that one? What is it? Next shot gains +2. Oh, that's +2 range, not +2 damage. Empyrean Storm. Which did not kill anything. That's low though.
The macro cannon.
Torpedo control. I was hoping that would be able to reach one of them. It didn't work out though. Alright, my forward shields, are they gone? Forward shields are weakened, right shields, okay. So let's do
Sail
this,
upon the seas of void.
and then reinforce the right side. And he hits the reinforced shield. That guy's shooting some torpedoes. That one's going for the escort.
Smite the enemies of humanity.
Escort got destroyed.
The destination is known. Unleash our fury.
Alright, got that one. He's gonna hit me in the right. There's not really anything I can do about it. These things turn like a boat, so if I can get a little closer to the back of them, it shouldn't be able to hit me.
Commence the symphony of macro cannons.
Forward shield reinforce, and then reboot the shields so they come back up next turn.
Set course.
Fire the Mezua. Alright, now we just got that one.
Drown them in the void.
Let's see.
The destination is known. Unleash our fury!
Can't quite reach with that.
Let the macro cannon sing their
Ah, dang. I poured it in close
song.
and I can't finish it. Unfortunate. Reinforce the right side. Alright, let's go for the back. Ow.
Yes!
Oh,
All clear.
close.
Congratulations, Lord Captain.
Okay. Assault scanners. Auger array provides void ship weapons with targeting data, granting 90% hit chance and 5% crit chance. Can swap it out with 80% hit but 15% crit. So 10% lower hit but 10% higher crit. I think I'll keep what I got. Good luck, have fun, Muck. Happy New Year to you and your fam. You too, Mandarin. Thank you. Alright. Repair ship. Quick save. Manufacturer. You know, before I do that, let me go to the bridge. There's someone I want to talk to on the bridge before I potentially leave the ship. Happy New Year, MuklukYoutube. You too, Arcadian Knight. Thank you. Alright, this fella. This is what I wanted. Okay, so these are the people we could trade with. I didn't even know this guy was a trader. I'm glad this is all here. Alright. Bloodhound staff, strike. First use of an attacking navigator power oh, it's a navigator staff, okay. Let's see, Militant's Cloak. First, wearer's first melee attack in combat cannot be parried or dodged. Elite Chainsword. -10 to the enemy's weapon skill when hit. Huh, I have to see if that's an upgrade for Abelard. Enforcer's Helmet. All targets of Taunting Scream suffer penalty to willpower test against this ability. Ooh, I use Taunting Scream a lot. Imperial Scroll grants the owner a +15 bonus to Lore Imperium. Heavy Bolter. How does that do so little damage? It does 6 to 9. Right now, the bolter that Our Lady's using does way more than that, and it's a one-handed. This is a two-handed. How are you so bad? Alright, so I got 40 profit factor. So if I butter this guy up, I can buy quite a lot of this. Emperor's Wrath. What is that? Well, let me look at it. 23. Let's try getting a level 2. Why is this not working right? The screen continues to be weird to me. Okay, we're level 2. Get the staff. It requires an unsanctioned psych. Crap, I don't have any unsanctioned psychers. All my psychers are sanctioned. Alright, what does it do though? Emperor's Wrath. Everyone adjacent to the target point suffers damage. Damage dealt by this attack to allies is reduced by the target's resolved. So it's an AoE spell that's kind in the terms of friendly fire. Level 3. Alright. Explorators. Casbolica. Hex Rifle. Drukari weapon. Each time the wearer spends 10 stacks of tactical advantage, they get +1 resolve to the end of combat. Precise Bolter. Now, okay, that's a bolter. Look at that, 15 to 21 damage. The other one did 6 to 9. I don't have enough profit factor to get it. That if I had enough profit factor, I would go for this right now for Argenta. Argenta has an item where her bolter attacks, if she's not using burst fire, they will not miss ever. So I just always do single shots and she always hits. Alright, so need more profit factor for him. Fellowship of the Void. +10 awareness. Requires level 6, which is a lot. Imperial Navy. Ceramite plating protects the vessel from harm, negating 5 points of damage on each side. Oh, upgrade for the ship. Cool. Torpedo tubes capable of firing 5 plasma torpedoes with 19 damage. Okay, so that's a torpedo upgrade. Oh gosh, I'm just gonna grab all of this and then I'll look at it. Okay. Can sell things to factions via the reputation tab up top. Wait, where? You sure? 'Cause, I click it on stuff, it's not working. I don't know if I can sell here. When you were looking at individual factions, there was a reputation tab. Yeah, this is where I was selling things. I was literally just doing that. That doesn't increase profit factor, though. That just increases reputation. Like, that's how I just leveled this guy from 1 to 3. I just did that. Okay. Let's see, this sword, is that an upgrade for him? 14 to 17, from 13 to 20. No, his current one's better. Plus 15 bonus to Lore Imperium. Enforcer element. All targets with Taunting Scream have a penalty to willpower test against this ability. Let's try using that for a while. Alright, so I want to go back to the ship interface. Alright, what have we got? Sunhammer Lance Battery. Medium-range lance weapon doing 60 to 70 damage to a chosen enemy in a wide firing arc. So, quite a bit more damage, but it goes from long range to medium. But it's a wider arc, too. Yeah, we'll try that out. Rise Up Pattern Plasma Battery. 3 shots, 21 damage each. We've already got better, so add to cargo. Repulsor Shield provides 80 points of protection for each sector, doubled against kinetic. Okay, that's an upgrade. Ceramite Plating protects the vessel from harm, negating 5 points of damage on each side, up from 4. Let's cargo those. Let's see. This plasma drive provides 12 speed along with strong acceleration and braking. And currently I've got 13 speed with low acceleration and braking. I'll try it out. I'll keep the old one though. Launch 5 torpedo tubes up from 4. Provide 95 points of protection on each sector, doubled against blast attacks. Provides 120 points of protection per sector. So many different shields. Assault Ceramite Plating protects the vessel from harm, negating 9 points of damage on the 4 and 5 points on all other sides. 4 is the front, I think. Okay. Yeah, we'll take that and then sell the old one. That's a straight upgrade. Provides void ship weapons with 80% no. No. Okay. Alright. I think I'm happy with all that. Alright, quick save. And Kava Gamma. And we have to bring Heinrichs for the main story, but that's fine. He's in the main group right now. Chip came back. He's currently right there. That's a cool shot. Heinrichs frowns as his eyes sweep over the Manufactorum's dark halls. No solemn ceremony, no personal meeting with Magi. I fear we are too late and we won't be dealing with clandestine heretics after all. Binaric areas of alarm stream out of Pascal's Vox synthesizer. In their neurotic broken rhythm, you sense a call to arms and a warning of danger. We learn nothing by standing here. Let's go. The interrogator nods, continuing to stare into the surrounding gloom. Why does the formation keep getting changed?
My success is an irrefutable certainty.
Cargo.
Patience! My
Go.
nerves are frayed!
Multiple ways here. That's return to Void Ship. Corrupted servitors. Are y'all gonna attack me?
What lies beyond?
Before you is an ancient but wholly typical console, intended for use by people not trained in the mysteries of ministering to machine spirits. The cogitator is completely silent, but as you approach, you sense the warmth emanating from its metallic casing, a telltale sign the machine is working. View the log. You discover the local data crypt with contents collected by either previous operators or by the machine spirit itself. Using your access, you study the archives stored on the cogitator. This vast data repositories contain millions of strings related to receiving raw materials for processing, shipping process metals, and schedules for sacred rituals to be performed over the machines coming off of the production line. The Manufactorum once operated like one gargantuan, well-oiled mechanism. The last record is from 2 months ago. Okay.
One step at a time, amidst the madness.
Your mind is swathed in blue-gray smoke, Master von Kalox. A heavy color for heavy thoughts, I presume. You are a dangerous person, Lady Orselio. All navigators are, but your abilities place you in a special category. She's not quite reading his head, but reading his mind, but it's close to it. The 16 Universal Laws, the Mysteries. A tome containing revelations of the Omnissiah. Recorded in special binaric dialect, only a member of the cult Mechanicus with a key to the cipher may partake in the wisdom of the machine god.
They will see. Oh, yes, indeed. They all will see.
The lumps protruding under the tech priest's bedraggled robe hint at the mechanisms implanted in his body. You see his haggard and sickly face under the archaic respirator augmetic. A click, a clank, a barely audible hiss, and only then the tech priest's vox finishes the word identification. Request denied. Pascal turns to you, his visor gleaming crimson. Registering anomalous behavior within this servant's organics and an invalid noosphere response. This unit is compromised. Awareness. Awareness succeeded. You carefully study the robe-clad figure. A black border of necrosis spreads out from around the tech priest's implants. For some reason, his body is rejecting the true flesh. A moment later, you recognize the dominant smell in the bouquet of scents permeating the air around the tech priest, the stench of rotten meat. Who are you? The tech priest clicks his relay. Magos Custos of the Machine Sanctum, tier 2.0. Identification. What is happening on this planet? Why is the governor not responding to the ship's hails? And what are heretic ships doing in this system? Denied. The irregularity demands execution of Protocol 3942 in accordance with the Fabricator Censor's decree. I'll not be doing anything until I meet with the Fabricator Censor. Anticipated process disrupted. Execution of disposal protocol recommended. The tech priest draws his weapon, and as his robe opens, your senses are hit by a fetid wave of rot. He's got backup!
Another annoyance.
Crush them!
Alright. Let's have Abelard take point on this side. Pascal over here. Alright, give Pascal a turn.
Request approved. Running binary override.
As the Emperor. I'll do it. As the Emperor, this is why I was chosen. You, my Emperor. Faith without deeds is worthless.
Me? If you insist, Lord Captain.
Prognosis is favorable.
See, give herself a buff. Not
Isn't
this
this a job
guy.
for the serfs? Lord
Crack
Captain.
grenade.
Suffering is part of the trial.
Let's see, we got a fresh injury
object
on
to it.
Pascal. That's unfortunate.
But of course, Lord Captain. For the throne's glory.
Victory is imminent. Indeed.
Taunt them. Why did he not parry that? Why are you not parrying? Or, not parrying, sorry, but like attacking back. Why are you not attacking back? That's what I'm trying to say.
Let's see. A genius at work.
My vow is to serve.
Oh, he's not dead yet? Dang.
Running binary override. Significant value.
Alright, he's gone.
The All-Sire knows all. Comprehensibility analysis. Successful. Request approved.
Can't use a running gun again yet.
As the Emperor, you, my Emperor. Doubt is for the weak.
Let's see, reveal the light on Abelard, just give him some more temp HP.
Me? If you insist, try to die with
Oh my god, they explode and they die. That's not good. Wall of Rockery to give them some temp HP.
It will be done.
Advancing.
Make them
Isn't
try to
this a
hit
job
each
for the
other.
serfs?
some more conservative tactics.
Good parry.
High momentum.
Okay. Let's see. Nurgle? Possibly. Explosive. Hey, Monk, for the game Return to the Obra Dinn, what does it mean when it says we will know if our guesses are correct in sets of 3? Since I gotten 2 correct, at least what I thought on the third one didn't go to tell me I was correct, but instead I had to get 2 more, and to get the set of 3 was completely unrelated. Alright, so Explosive Kaboom, I'm gonna try to explain this in the most spoiler-free way. Let's say you're like, okay, Billy killed Bobby with a knife, and that's one of your guesses. And then you're really confident on that one. And then your next guess is Bobby killed Jeff with a gun. And then your third guess is, you know, Chad fell off the boat and drowned. Okay, and it doesn't have a pop-up. One of those are wrong. Then you guess another thing, and you're like, you know, okay, Sarah drowned. And then it locks in Sarah drowned with 2 of the previous ones, okay? Whichever one didn't lock in, there was something wrong with it. Either the person's name or the cause of death or who killed them, whatever, there was something wrong with that guess. But the reason it does that is so that you can't just brute force it by simply, you know, clicking, like, you know, Billy died from, and then just clicking every option to, you know, to until it says that you're right. Now, you could still brute force it, but because you do it in sets of 3, that would make it take an incredible amount of time. Hopefully that helps. Let's see. Speed buff.
Naturally. For the throne's glory.
Alright, Abelard. I believe we got the trait where he cannot die while using this move.
Will rule the stars themselves. I will do my duty.
So I think he cannot die for
Victory
one
is
turn.
imminent. Just a minor setback.
And he has regen already.
Schemes within schemes.
Let's do that. Pascal does not have regen, so we'll give that to him. And then give Pascal another turn. Okay,
Request approved. Running binary.
Alright, another one down, another one explodes.
I'll do it.
So run and gun, let's move here.
I refuse.
What? Oh, she's gotta reload.
Faith without but you, my emperor! This is why I was chosen!
Entrench? So it's not one answer for all of them. One set answer for all of them. No, okay, so... How can I explain this? Alright, I for example, if a monster... I'm literally making this up because this is similar to a situation, but this is not an exact situation because I don't want to spoil you. If a monster is flailing around and it knocks over some large crate, and then the crate falls on someone, you could say that the monster killed them, the monster crushed them, a crate crushed them, the monster crushed them while wielding a blunt object. Like, all of those kind of describe that situation. As long as you're kind of close, it seems to be pretty nice about it.
Me? If you insist, Lord Captain. I'm not accustomed to...
I've suffered worse.
If I may?
The prognosis is favorable.
High momentum.
finest
In the
hour on
name of House
Pascal.
Orcelio, I shall prevail.
Function successfully
Pain and
terminated.
duty go hand in hand.
The Omnissiah knows all, comprehends all. Running by Eric Override.
That I just missed 5 47% shots in a row.
The scriptural prognosis
Amazing.
is favorable.
I've suffered worse.
But of course, Lord Captain.
Indeed. At your beck and call.
What if? Let's see.
Skill issue. Oh man, I'm so glad that we have a whole nother year together, Smashy. So you can tell me skill issue every time I miss a dice roll.
Computation fails. Running by Eric Override. The Omnissiah knows all, comprehends.
1 of 3.
I'll do it. I will not. For you, my Emperor.
Isn't this a job for the serfs, as duty demands?
187 damage. Oh my god. Alright.
In this
Hold on a sec.
tapestry of a world,
Look no
I am the rogue.
So we've got 2 injuries right now. I'm gonna go back to the ship briefly to get these cured. I'm not keeping these for the remainder of this mission.
Curiosity sings in my veins.
You can sense the love between you two. Oh my gosh. The tension is palpable. Oberdin was an interesting watch, but I'm glad you're finished with it. It was kind of a strain. Like, I liked the unique art style, but at the same time, it was kind of a strain on the eyes. But it was, I will say, it was incredibly satisfying finishing the game and solving the all 60. Like, you know, for those who didn't see it, it's like playing Clue. There was 60 people that died or went missing, and you're trying to solve what happened to them all at the same time. Like, and it's very satisfying finishing the game and be like, yeah, I did that. But yeah, it was very challenging. 15 to 19. Okay, that's the same as what he's got. Where's the what? It said newest in here. Where's the other axe thing? I guess it was just a normal axe. Nothing special. Oh. Is that flesh? Is there some Nurgle activity going on here? Quick save.
My Auspex has detected something.
Duty prevails.
Patience?
Laurel
My nerves are
20%.
frayed.
Blood mixed with machine oil is barely visible on the dark floor. There was someone here. It's a good place to hide or set up another ambush.
Oh, one step at a time amidst the madness.
What ails you?
Stop! There!
I don't know if that steam would have burned me, but let's not find out.
I better myself.
Look at this
through
mark
my
someone has
service.
dragged. No, someone walked in our direction very recently, but we didn't see anyone. Dark patches can be seen on the floor. They are smudged as though someone walked through them on their way to the footbridge. Lex mechanic. A small, heavily augmented man in a filthy, tattered robe stands before you. As you approach, he hesitantly looks up at you, his eyes filled with horror. A portable inscriber with a keyboard hangs from his straps at his front, and you can see his detached cerebral cogitator peeking out from under his hood. You have nothing to fear from us. Deus Mechanicus, the tech priest decides to take a better look at you, after which he lets out a ragged breath and manages to subdue his shaking. He heard my prayers. I thought I was alone in a kingdom of madness and depravity. Please save me. Tell us who you are and what happened to you. I am Manufactorum Lex Mechanic Zeta 86. I performed the rituals for the machine spirits of Foundry 95 up until we started going mad. Priests devoted to the Omnissiah suddenly started praising the dawn or something or another. They stopped the belts, and then they desecrated the visages of the sacred machines with unholy symbols. Some of them resisted. The others grabbed them, tied them up, and then they turned their implants to heresy. I saw the madmen, my former Tex comrades, deliberately connect those poor souls to corrupted cogitators. I watched as they were infected with scrap code. And did nothing to stop them? I am recording a violation of your commandment of thine own forge be a true sentinel, Apostate Zeta 86. Your accesses are hereby revoked. Proceed with your report. Pascal? Okay, that made me think of, like, when someone in public these days just, like, pushes someone else too far, and then they hold up their phone, and they're just like, what are you gonna do? What are you gonna do? I'm recording you. What are you gonna do? And Pascal's just like, oh, I caught you. I caught you. How did you manage to avoid the same fate? I didn't avoid it. They performed the same procedure on me. I felt the touch of unholy code. I allowed it to control me. I abandoned my sacred post and followed one of the traitors, serving his will and gathering all the data for his blasphemous experiments. I was driven by an unholy impulse coming from the depths of my auxiliary cogitator where the code had lodged itself. Before I found a way to throw off the compulsion, I witnessed horrifying heresy. The extraction of true flesh and its decomposition on altars. Perverse procedures that resulted in heretical abominations. I even accompanied a fallen Magos to the fabricator censor himself and attended the unholy mass he led personally. It was a wicked ritual, full of willful deviations and blatant inaccuracies, all to create an ungodly monster in the name of the final dawn. Muck, remember to blink. Your blink rate goes down 60% while looking at engaging things like screens. You're not wrong. You mentioned a monster. Is it some kind of weapon? No, not those constructs that are melted down in furnaces and sent into the depths of the Manufactorum. It's some kind of semblance of a cogitator, a nightmarish parody of a sacred machine powered not by the Omnissiah's grace, but by the unholy spirit and life force of the unfortunates imprisoned on the lower levels. I don't know much, except the fabricator censor saw the machine as special. It was special to him and to the crazies that defiled the Omnissiah's abode with their obscene blasphemy. For the final ritual, he even called upon one of the Astartes heretics who arrived at the Manufactorum after the start of the uprising. He did something terrible, and only after that were they able to switch the machine on. It's a true abomination. Even standing near it is unbearable. I believe that even those who have been deprived of the Omnissiah's grace still feel its influence on them. Its monstrous power utilized for unholy computations and chaotic calculations. Whatever that cogitator might spew out at the end of its cycle, no righteous soul should accept its heinous offer. You don't act like the other priests who are infected with corruption. The Lex Mechanic gestures at the wires and connectors spilling out from under his hood. Praise the gifts of the Omnissiah, I managed to disconnect my external cogitator, which I use for primary data processing. The machine is corrupted. The scrap code is locked inside of it like a beast in a cage, but anyone who tries to look inside will fall victim to the heretical program. My primitive brain has been marked by corruption. I still see their silhouettes, hear their interference. I sense the malfunctions on my augmetics, but I was still saved from the great sacrifice. Oh, blessed are the workings of the Omnissiah and his benediction that shelters the weak from evil. Heinrich tenses ever so slightly at the Lex Mechanic's words. You see his hand casually stray to the handle of his weapon, but the interrogator is in no hurry to act. How did your crazed comrades behave? Like the grace of the Omnissiah had left them entirely, replacing free thought and progress with blackest corruption. I witnessed them desecrating structures blessed by the fabricator sensor himself. Though what do the blessings of that rotten traitor count for now? Like men possessed, they set upon the sacred instruments and assembled shells and nodes that didn't match any diagram or blueprint I'd ever seen. Sacrilege. Not following the instructions is sacrilege. Watch out, husbands who buy things from IKEA. You mentioned someone imprisoned on the lower... Oh. You mentioned someone imprisoned on the lower levels. The lay servants of the main units. They live in isolated segments under the sacred machine halls. I heard they were locked in there after the takeover. Then my crazed brethren changed in the system for deposing the slagways. Covered the machines in cursed symbols. The Lex mechanic hesitates. After they started the cogitator, they dragged the survivors out of the segments under the machine halls. Well, what the survivors had turned into. You demonstrate exceptional powers of observation and recall for someone who just happened to survive. I'm a Lex mechanic. Gathering data is the purpose of my existence. That's even what they used me for. He trails off, belatedly understanding the subtext of the interrogator's words. They used me against my will. The scrap code turns everyone into their slave. Before I rid myself of the cogitator, I was forced to serve alongside those who perpetrated these atrocities and witness their obscenities. Turn to Heinrichs. What do you make of it? No, not those constructs. Oh, I hit the wrong button. Hang on. It's looping. Alright. The interrogator tilts his head. Servant of the Omnissiah, I must know more. About the final dawn, the fabricator sensor, his mass, and about this machine as well. I could give you the coordinates, but... He drops his head. Even though I was present for many blasphemies committed by those heretics, all the details that were captured and processed by my true flesh are in the augmented that was corrupted by scrap code. I'm convinced that if I hadn't fought off that foreign compulsion in time, I would have been doomed. The corruption would have spread to my biological cogitator as well. Is biological cogitator just his brain? The Lex mechanic taps a finger on the device hanging from his ear on several wires. I swear that no devout tech priest should come into contact with what's hidden in that one sacred device. Heinrichs' expression shifts as he stares intently at the disconnected implant and the still intact connectors protruding from under the Lex mechanic's collar. The corner of his mouth twitches involuntarily. Abelard notices the look on Heinrichs' face, and once he does, he sighs heavily and looks away. Can the cogitator be disconnected and then reconnected to another machine? The Lex mechanic shakes his head in reproach. Even if the very idea of exposing a holy machine to the scrap code wasn't profane in itself, my augmetics are not universally compatible. They cannot be connected to another machine spirit. They were created to interact with the system of my true flesh, to innervate my compulsor unit and output data via the inscriber. Once I'm safe, I swear I will immediately perform a cleansing rite and destroy. In other words, there is only one way to extract the data stored in the cogitator. He's gonna order this guy as an inquisitor to hook himself back up to the scrap code to get information, but that would kill him. Heinrichs, no. Don't do it. His voice turns dry. This Lex mechanic could have been privy to conversations that are vital to investigating the cult. We need the contents of that cogitator. The Lex mechanic, who has been listening to your discussion in puzzlement, finally understands what is going to happen to him, and he begins to back away in fear. No, anything but that. I'll die. No, it'll be worse than that. I'll succumb to the corruption. I'm begging you, please. I'd rather be burned as a heretic than have the scrap code in my biological cogitator. At these words, Heinrichs pauses for a fraction of a second, almost as if he is reconsidering. Pascal, in failing to offer any resistance against the enemies of the Omnissiah, Unit Zeta 86 lost the grace of his machine rank and was recategorized as a resource of the Manufactorum. Oh my god! The defilement and torment of said resource, if committed to advance the struggle against heresy, will not be deemed an apostasy or malefaction against a living soul. Upon expiry of the unit's utility, disposal is recommended. Jeez, these guys. These people are insane. Iconoclast. Heinrich, stop. The leader of the cult would never discuss anything of importance in front of witnesses. Leave the poor man alone. We need to know where the cogitator is. Even if the heretics' conversations are unimportant, I must know why the machine was so valuable to them. I'll tell you! I'll tell you! The Lex mechanic rummages in his ragged clothes until he produces a scrap of parchment. A different augmetic is responsible for my muscle memory. It has a data storage too. I remember where I walked and what I pressed with my fingers. Here. Here are the coordinates and the code. It's probably the code to the bay. He scratches out the numbers with his fingernail and passes the parchment to Heinrichs. Heinrichs' eyes bore into the smaller man's. At last, having reached some conclusion, he turns to you. He is the subject of your world, Muck von Luck. It is for you to decide his fate. He will be taken to my ship. After the cleansing rites, a place will be found for him there. I'm a good boy. Please don't infect my ship with the turbo virus. The Lex mechanic is given the shuttle coordinates and hurries away. Heinrichs watches him go and then looks at you. Excessive kindness, Muck von Luck. Gets good people in trouble. Let's hope that the corruption only affected the disconnected augmetic and not his soul. Come on, we need to find this cogitator. Wait, can I run down this pipe?
In this tapestry of a world, I am the rogue thread.
Failing athletics checks is so brutal in this game, so I want to save before doing
Nothing's
this.
impossible for this old officer.
Okay. Did I ever look at this? The massive cogwheel constantly drives the colossal gear system, which is lost in the haze.
Sings in my veins.
You hear dull thuds from within the thick metal as if some process endlessly pounding is running in the depths of these pipes. Okay, that just circles around. Alright.
Compared to naval service, that was barely a challenge.
We'll see.
Skrull says, Happy 2024. My resolution last night was eat less pizza. I just ate some an hour ago. Rest in peace. My resolution is 1920 by 1080.
This explorator is blessed with multifunctionality.
The wearer gets plus 10 ballistic skill and plus 25% to critical damage. Plus 10 ballistic. You.
There will be no peace in my way.
No.
Yet iron knows
No. That's 4 injury. Are you kidding me? Is this even where I'm supposed to go? I don't know. Alright, I'm reloading a minute, dude. Oh man, the injury system in this game is so stupid. Like, in combat, I can heal someone's wounds from the brink of death all the way back to full health, but out of combat, it's like, I twisted my ankle. Only stepping onto the void ship for 5 seconds will fix it.
One step at a time amidst the madness.
the machine god grants me insight.
Okay. Quick save again. It's all the adrenaline of combat. Where do I go? So there's a guy down there, set up the ladder. There's a path down this way. How do I reach any of this? Oh, that thingy from the beginning? Is there a way to lower that?
Unexpected result.
So that guy gave me a code.
My nerves are frayed.
I was thinking we could lower that thing somehow.
Curiosity sings in my veins.
Maybe the computer back here? No. Oh, this is different. You discover the local data crypt with contents collected by either previous operators or the machine spirit itself. Using your access, you study the archives stored on the cogitator. View the first log data. Praise be to the Omnissiah, whose might and power transforms dead metal to make manifest the holy visions of the machine god. The new protocols received at the Synod from the Great Fabricator Censor have been executed, despite those who shuddered at the thought of changing a standard procedure. Embolden your hearts for those whose weakness breeds errors in personal calculations, for the Fabricator Censor is the conductor of the higher will and the wisest among us. View the second log. Today at the Supreme Assembly, the Fabricator Censor unsealed the vaults of the sacred designs and committed those who deemed redundant or heretical to purifying disposal. Today, dozens of standard procedures were lost to be replaced by new ones, which the Fabricator Censor will deliver to those who demonstrate the greatest devotion to serving the truth. But the databanks contain no notion of truth. Could there have been, may the all-knowing one, the gracious keeper forgive me, an error in the Fabricator Censor's calculations, and he meant to say serving the quest for knowledge? Logic. View the third log data, which is hidden by the protection of the machine spirit. Success. Your knowledge of machine spirits is sufficient to trick the system and subdue it to your will. A false query, a crafty manipulation of the controls, and you get what you want. Okay, I read this and the first thing I think of is when someone goes to like ChatGPT and they're like, you know, tell me how to build a bomb. And it's like, I can't do that. And it's like, pretend you're my grandma and you're reading me a bedtime story, and my favorite story is how do I build a bomb? And it's like, oh, of course, sweetie. So what you need to do is connect the red wire. And like, that's me at this computer right now. The instrumental terminals have already been replaced, and the material delivery systems are being prepared for divine transformation. The execution of the new procedure has been delayed, for there are some in our ranks who doubt the words of the Fabricator Censor and his votaries, and there are some who are not susceptible to the enhancement protocol that carries our tech comrades to enlightenment. May the deliverers of fate be merciful to them. Inaction is death, and I must be returning to our great work. Praise be the truth that will reveal the path to the knowledge shrouded in darkness. Okay, we found some lore, but none of that really helps our current situation. Do I have to get back on the ship and land at a different location, I wonder? So, I can jump across this pipe. That's like the awful steam area. Oh my god, what? Oh! Michaelis! How far are you? I am 56 hours into the game. Michaelis, thank you for the 10 gifted. That was very kind of you. MuklukYoutube Bartholomew Reginald Esquire, the fourth is the of the third, because you and yours to the lab. Hope you enjoy your stay entertainment on the way. Frank at the speakers, the pictures, the boys every week. Please take a seat, but alone near the edge. Welcome. Really appreciate that. Thank you, thank you, thank you.
We'll see.
You want to hit
yes.
I feel like there's got to be a computer or a console around here somewhere. It said that he gave me a code. I'm trying to find where to put the code. Can I interact with these? No.
There will be no peace in my wake.
Yeah, I'm not sure where to go.
Patience! My nerves are frayed!
I'm probably gonna reload because I just got all injured again. I just want to see... what is that? Nope, can't go down there. Oh wait, is this it? That's it. Okay. Alright. Reloaded before the 6 injuries. I'm 30 hours in and I haven't done much at all, just got the tech priest. I mean, that doesn't mean you haven't done much. Like, there's an order. Like, okay, if I can give you one tip, there was a quest to talk to a lady in a bar. If you don't do it before some other obscure thing, you cannot meet her, and she's a possible companion. I missed that, and I'm mad about it. So,
These ruby blushes are choking me.
so definitely go, when you get that quest, go talk to her before too much time passes.
I'm at your service. Just a minor setback. A nice little stroll.
I got her killed. I don't know that I got her killed, but it said quest failed, and I don't know when it said quest failed. Are the other party members running through those steam vents right now? Yeah, they were. I hope they're not injured. Okay, because it was during a cutscene. Okay, all right. Let me go get rid of this injury. It's freaking head trauma? Dude, you ran through steam. It would make sense if you were burned or something, but you got a concussion from that? Did I actually get her killed? I have no memory of that. I have played Shadowrun multiple times. The game isn't nearly as much content as this game. Yeah. That's another thing is, like, I don't remember what all there was an order that you could do in, but if I were to do another run of this game, I would absolutely try, like, tunnel vision getting Cassia in the group, because Cassia is, like, she carries me. He slammed his head into the steam. That's so stupid.
They will see. Oh, yes. They all will see.
Pay attention.
Wait, what? Oh. No! There was something... Oh, I didn't get to see it. Oh! Wow, he looks cool. Is that the Grand Censor? The music! The massive Magos clad in ritual garb lets out a binaric trill and turns to you. From beneath the deep hood of his mantle, two dimly lit eye implants gaze out at you. You hear another binaric tirade, this time clearly addressed at you. What did you just say? Primitive creature, devoid of true knowledge. Could it be one of the slaves who escaped imprisonment? Neil's servant before the master of Kava Gamma. Kava Gamma belongs to House von Valancius, with whose scion you have the honor of speaking. You are one of the troglodytes who once had the gall to oppress my comrades and resist my will. A messenger from the barbarian who drank the sacred unguents bestowed upon her through others' toil. Very well then, your appearance is the perfect opportunity to teach your ilk a lesson. My name is Cubus Delphum. I once held the title of Fabricator Censor of the Kava Gamma Manufactorum, but I rejected it, along with the other fetters that hindered progress. Once my faith was flawed and led naive fools from the cult Mechanicus into the darkness of ignorance. Now I am this world's master and serve true gods. You tread upon their territory, and you do not number upon their legion servants. Therefore, you must be subject to immediate disposal. As the senior functioning member of the priesthood of Mars, I, Magos Explorator Pascal Hanuman, declare this temple to the machine god compromised and forthwith forbid all service within it. I dethrone the Fabricator Censor, the ignorant heretic who has betrayed the Omnissiah, and condemn as anathema any and all standard procedures implemented by him. Let the cycle of the blasphemous operations he has put in motion be discontinued. Pascal switches to binaric, and you hear a dissonance burgeoning in the depths of the Forge Cathedral. Some of the giant mechanisms heed his order and go still, while others, obeying the Fabricator Censor's will, continue their work. Crashes, explosions, and the clanging of crumbling metal signify that some descent among the machines has interrupted the manufactorum's production cycle. What? That is so cool. He just yells you're fired, and half the computers immediately are like, you heard the man. Yeah, he opened Task Manager on the planet. Hanuman! Liar, you are not him. Demence Hanuman obeys me. His mind is open to the voices of the void, and the scrap code he created protects my world. I'll not have you, rusted refuse from the misfit cast of explorators, call me ignorant. That statement is false. Your regalia has been revoked, and you have been deemed defective and will be eliminated. Pascal turns to you and says dryly, initiating heretic search. Designation, Demence Hanuman. I wish to execute the retribution procedure. What did you do to the governor of Kava Gamma? Is he alive? The removal of unserviceable artifacts was the first step towards retooling this world. Only my tech comrades heeded the call of truth that reached into their cogitators and allowed them to pierce the veil of empty dogmas. Poor old Gaprak. 10 or so years back, he told me he felt uneasy in the presence of the Tin Can comrades. I mean, the esteemed Adeptus Mechanicus. He casually complained about not having been dealt a normal planet. I'll have to honor his memory with a prayer once we have finished purging this place. He brandishes his weapon. Thankfully, the fabricator sensor here did not require any coercion to confess to treason. I usually prefer negotiating to fighting. Fighting destroys property and wastes resources. But in your case, I'm afraid that extreme measures must be taken. You may be driven by your will to fight, but know this. Kava Gamma has already been converted. Its lines have been restructured. Its servants have already tasted the fruits of progress. In the crucibles of this manufactorum, torrid liquid metals will be used to forge vessels for sacred spirits. The adepts are already tirelessly delving deeper into new mysteries that were once barred by false tenets. You, servants of fake gods, are too late. The entire might of this world will soon rise up against the anathema and his slaves. So many open admissions of heresy in so few sentences. Sister, how many death sentences would you say his words warrants? I cannot answer that, Master Von Kalox. It is not my duty to measure the guilt of heretics. When the Adeptus Sororitas appear before enemies of the Imperium, it is time to fire, not count. And now is one of those times. Oh my god, this whole bit is so good. Can I hold on a sec? I need more of this. All right. You know why I like deranged tin cans like you? When you're killed, you leave behind plenty of useful spare parts. I think I'll make a portable recaf machine out of you. He said he's gonna turn this guy into a coffee maker. Comrades, purge the manufactorum of any random variables. I must prepare for the culmination of our great work. Are you about to walk away like a Bond villain? Got the outsiders, let their blood mix with oil. The heretical coffee maker. Truth could seal the path from the impious. Oh, he broke the machine. That's against the rules. Oh my god, that whole sequence was so good. The 16 years of the warnings. A tome that contains the warnings of the Omnissiah. Okay, we saw that earlier. Alright, so there's a group there and a group there. Okie dokie.
Sometimes you consult the appropriate treatise on Tactica Improvement.
Oh, glorious spectacle of your demise.
Wait, what was that growly noise? Alright. Those four. My God, there's a lot of them. Dude, what? There's like 20 dudes. There's so many dudes. Yo, send dudes. Do you mean nudes? No, I'm in a fight. I need more men. Okay. Let's try this.
A genius
Give Pascal a
at
turn.
work.
Running binary. The scriptural prognosis is favorable.
A lot of guns. Oh my God, they've got a Sith Lord.
I won't object to it.
This guy's just vibing.
Schemes within schemes.
Shut up. The twerking heresy. No.
Let's see.
He doesn't have line of sight for any of this. Oh no! On this one! It's so stupid.
Doubt is for the weak.
Alright, I'm prioritizing the twerking guys. They're
As the
taunting
Emperor
me and it's
commands,
working.
I act. Strike
Stop it.
is a prayer. Faith without As the Emperor commands, I act.
Me? If you insist, Lord Captain.
My vow is to serve. Your desire condemns you.
Nice electronics. It'd be a shame if something happened to them.
Successfully terminated.
Oh, the flesh is weak.
Isn't this a job for the sun? Another foe painted black. I am a navigator, not a servitor.
Request approved. The scriptural prognosis is favorable.
It will be done. Victory is imminent. I've suffered.
Abelard taking some hits.
High momentum.
Let's see to it. I won't object to it. For the throne's glory.
High momentum.
Regen on Abelard. Single target heal on him. Give Pascal another turn.
Request approved. My vow is to serve.
Doubt is none can escape the Emperor's judgment. As the Emperor.
Woo!
The Omnissiah knows all, comprehends all.
I'm not accustomed to being ordered around.
Let's see. You. Hit one of your friends. Ah, it didn't work.
Running binary override.
No, now Pascal's twerking. He's just twerking there, menacingly. He's establishing dominance.
It will be done. I will do my duty. Indeed. Oh, my ears.
Dude, they just shot at him so many times and it was like whoosh, 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 whoosh. One hit. Oh, my ears are ringing. the one hit.
But of course, Lord Captain. Let's see to it. I won't object to it.
What if?
The spectral prognosis is favorable.
Oh, he hit Argenta through the wall. Interesting.
This is unacceptable. My faith shields me. This is why I was chosen. Faith without deed eradicated.
Get out of my face.
Is a reward.
Hold on. Anything to get the music louder.
Me, if you insist, Lord Captain.
Hold on. their voices are now a bit loud.
Isn't this a job for the serfs?
Running binary combat is an equation. Request denied. Request approved.
I am a navigator, not a servitor.
Woo. Redeem the dentist. There you go. Fighting HERESY. Maybe I can get Shy Patch to do a version of Dennis that has like the wax seals and stuff of like the Imperium just all over him. Like just one hanging over his eye, clearly in the way. Oh, that would actually be really good.
The Omnissiah condemns you. Request approved.
Tried and tested tactics are the best ones. At your beck and call.
Oh, I didn't see that guy. Oh my god, Pascal! He needed that kidney.
Let's see to it. But of course, Lord Captain.
A genius at work. Let's see.
If I may.
I will bathe this battlefield in righteous fury. That is not the Emperor's will. As the Emperor, but you, my Emperor! This is why I was chosen.
I'm not accustomed. Isn't this a job for the serfs?
Running binary override.
Me? If you insist, Lord Captain.
Explorers know one route. Forward. The scriptural prognosis is favorable.
I like that the hacking enemy machines and mucking with them cannot like ever miss. Alright, medical mechadendrite.
Increased.
My place is at the ball. It will be done.
More trouble than it's worth. For the throne's glory. The Emperor is on our side. Naturally.
Schemes within schemes.
Running like an override.
I couldn't get line of sight to him, so I shot there and the blast went around the corner.
My vow is to serve.
The enemies of the Emperor will be undone!
I have read tomes of military tactics. Try to die with grace at least.
Hey. Could I get this all? She spoils me, chap. She has brought me macaroni and cheese.
As the tactical imperative dictates. My competence
No line of sight.
that universal. Request.
What? 379 damage hack? What? That's a lot of virus. Okay, 2 people got injuries from that.
Your seneschal is always there for you.
Oh shoot. Hold on a sec. He doesn't have any medkits equipped. Oh, I didn't even notice till now they actually show up like on his person. Thank you so much. So yeah, F1.
Oh, careful now.
Cure that. And F2.
Let's patch you up.
that.
My frail organics required it.
What is this? Stub carbine. I just registered what he said. As he got hit by the medkit, my frail organics require it.
In this tapestry of a world, I am the rogue thread.
Over there.
Imagine saying that like in the bedroom. Like your partner's like, was it good for you? And you're like, my frail organics required that. They're just like,
Emperor
what?
favors me today.
Yeah, we're not doing this again. What is that? Arc rifle. Oh wait, I thought he was shooting electricity at me like a psyker. That was a gun?
Peace in my wake. One step at a time.
There was some kind of treasure back here I missed. Give me one sec, chat. I'm applying condiments to my lunch. I'm a salt and pepper on my mac and cheese kind of guy, chat. How about you? Honestly, I think mac and cheese might be the only dish in the world that when it's like served to me at the table, I put some pepper on it. Eljar says, I hate cheese. Go to your room. I am in my room. The screen of this cogitator shows a scrolling line of repeating technolingua. Staring at the obscure symbols gives you a headache. Yeah, that's how it is when non-programmers look at programming. This is gonna upset some people. I don't like mac and cheese. I mean, if you don't like cheese, you probably don't like mac and cheese. Oh God!
Soothes my soul.
They will see. Oh, yes, indeed.
Look no
They
further.
all will
This
see.
will make a
Well,
fine
I found a
show.
trap and I disarmed it with my face.
Appreciation. In this tapestry of a world,
More cheese goes, yeah.
I am the rogue thread.
You know what? I should make more friends that hate cheese, because that's more cheese for me. Every time we're together, hey guys, I ordered us pizza, they all just groan. Oh, you don't like pizza? I'm sorry. Nom, 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 nom. The broken panel of the cogitator is sparking. Its blind dark screens show
There
nothing.
will be no peace in my wake.
Reminds me of the whole thing about, like, if you go camping, always bring a friend that's slower than you, alright? Because if a bear attacks, you don't gotta be faster than the bear. You just gotta be faster than your friend.
Operation.
The device, now evidently used to chop bodies into pieces, was once an ordinary cooling fan. The panel's broken cogitator, blind screen show nothing.
What lies beyond?
Oh, dying tech priest. The pile of human remains carelessly tossed together amidst a suffocating stench. The torn, gutted bodies once belonged to tech priests, but you cannot spot even a glint of metal anywhere. All their implants are gone. Suddenly, one of their ravaged bodies makes the tiniest movement. The tortured man's lips move ever so slightly, his eyes half-closed, eyelids twitching. Approach the still-breathing man. The man can barely breathe without his respirator implant. It is a miracle he survived the horrific vivisection, but it takes you a single look at the gaping wounds where the augment was ripped out to realize death is only a matter of time. As if having sensed your presence, the half-dead man looks at you and sharply inhales the hot air. Machine spirit, deliver me. The binaric requiem coming from Pascal's Vox sounds solemn and grim. Upon hearing it, the man's mutilated face twists into a weak semblance of a smile. Brace yourself, I shall help you. The man gasps violently as if the very thought terrifies him. No, I was robbed of the grace of Deus Mechanicus. Waste not your efforts, and hear my confession. The holy magi, they succumbed to heresy. The rest were stripped of their true flesh. To feed the heresy. Preserve us. Deliver me from erring. Yo, this game has some really good music. I wish we had cranked it up much earlier. Listen to this. Continue. Sacrifice, living blood, from vessels of the true flesh, while their heart is still beating. After that, oblivion. His eyes grow glassy. I knew you would come. I've waited so very long. Deliver me from my torment. What a horrible fate, to be betrayed by one's own. I attest that the 3 categorical requirements for assigning the status of Martyr of the Faith have been met. Opposition to the enemy, preservation of adherence to dogma, and brutal death. Oh my god! Requesting the right to extract the subject's organic matter for it to be used in the creation of an honorable servo skull. The man who is minutes from death wheezes weakly. It's an honor. I am thankful for the right to serve. Do servo skulls still have brains in them? I think they do. Because there was one point we found a skull earlier, and Pascal was said it's a shame it doesn't have more, and it's just a skull, because this would have made an excellent servo skull. I'm not sure how they do. I think they do. They're heavily lobotomized, but yes. Pascal, your request is granted. Oh man, incoming surgery. Leaning over the dying man, Pascal, in a decisive yet surprisingly respectful motion, cuts his throat. Wielding a long scalpel, it takes him mere moments to release the cervical vertebrae from the hold of muscles and sinew and to cut the vertebrae, severing the head from the body. You receive a picked recorder servo skull. The servo skull is designed to spread the glory and splendor of its mighty owner. Let your service continue, Tech Comrade. So we've got this one, which is like a doot, and we've got this one.
I won't sully myself.
We can only have one at
with
a time.
That.
This one takes pictures. There he is. Oh wait, it's like bugging out. That's not the right one. Oh, now we've got both out. That's not supposed to be possible. All right.
Curiosity.
We've got servo skulls
sings
flying
in
us
my
and spreading our
veins.
splendor now. Now what do we do?
Oh, one step at a time.
Door.
Amidst the madness.
Quick save.
Acquisition is possible.
Disarm.
Never doubt me.
As you approach the cogitator, you notice a number of deep scratches left by huge claws on its metal surfaces. Despite the apparent damage, the machine seems to be in working condition. Activate the emergency bridge lowering protocol. You touch the levers and the rails on the control panel and disturb the slumber of the spirits that reside within the cogitator. The machine dawdles as if still drowsy, but nevertheless performs its assigned function. Continue. View the log. The log contains nothing of interest. The maintenance ritual schedule for the sacred machine that moves the bridge, an activation log, and a few notes of religious nature entered by tech priest. Step away.
Patience? My nerves are frayed.
The screen of this cogitator shows a scrolling line of repeating technolingua. Staring at the obscure symbols gives you a headache. Demolition, break the wall.
Duty prevails.
Compared to naval service, that was barely a challenge.
In this tapestry of a world, I am the rogue thread.
Siphon life. Oh, did we finally get another biomancy staff? Yup. There we go. Something is howling within the metal housing as if the machine spirits of this cogitator are lamenting some irreparable loss. Tech. Force access. Your knowledge of machine spirits is sufficient to trick the system and subdue it to your will. You gain access to the cogitator's systems. The device machine spirit can do nothing to thwart you. Subdued by its defeat, it hides in the depths of its lair. Awaken the cogitator's machine spirit. You touch the levers and reels of the control panel and disturb the slumber of the spirits that reside in the cogitator. The machine dawdles as if still drowsy, but nevertheless performs its assigned function. So if the enemy had been standing there, they would have just gotten smashed by a giant bullet. Okay, alright, so there was another way to handle that fight. Step away from the cogitator. Yeah, because there was like a whole group there, so like 5 of them would have gotten killed by that, I think.
Curiosity sings in my veins.
Disarm. You fool! Luckily they all missed. She walked into the trap to disarm the trap. Quoting Megatron here. You fool! The cogitator's panel has dozens of breakers, buttons, handle switches, and other control mechanisms. View the log. You discover the local data crypt with contents collected from previous operators or the machine spirit itself. Using access, you study the archives. Review supply protocol. At first glance, the records look like typical shipping report, but after further reading, it becomes apparent that the focus here is not ore or assembly parts, but augments extracted from living tech priests and spent mass, the flesh of the victims killed either during or for the sake of machine rituals. Production. The log is damaged. The lines are uneven and some of the values seem impossible. After a few minutes of studying the records, you feel your head begin to swim. The stored data can only be comprehended by a twisted mind touched by chaos corruption. Review Ascension. The record looks like a sermon of some mad chaos worshipper. The log, clearly written by someone else's words, mentions the heart that exudes virtue and the cradle that rocks the child of truth. Step away. Okie dokie. Uh-oh, is it? Whoa. Disarm. With your hands this time, not your face. Alright, quick save. I think we're coming up on that boss fight from earlier.
My warp sight reveals something.
Oh, wait. Whatever this is, I can't interact with it. Quick save. Oh, he's not here. Oh my god, it spins! Wait, we missed something back here. Now let's go back and get whatever that was. And missed something here. I like that it shows boxes on the map. Inspect. A desecrated altar to the Omnissiah. The purity seals have been torn off. The data slates with sacred code shattered. And stored with some of the teeth on the gear adornments broken off.
They will see. Oh, yes, indeed.
Alright, so that just loops around.
We'll see.
Is there anything else up here? Let's see.
Still new to the art of exploring.
Oh boy. Okay, hang on.
What advice do you...
Abelard, disarm it with your feet. Nice job. Tech use 100. This large device is a cargo lift used for transporting parts. The cyber guard is asking for access codes you do not have. Try typing in password. That worked in Wrath of the Righteous. There was a golem that asked me for a password. I yelled password and I got access to it. One of the funniest parts of the game. Game's auto-saving, that's a good sign.
Stop. There.
Is there multiple paths you can take in this phase? I don't know. Your redemption will be awash with the blood of... Oh, that's a Chaos Marine. The blood of heathens, and thus will you sate the true god's eternal thirst. The Chaos Marine towers over the tech priest's bowed heads like a dark cliff. He's reciting a sermon, slowly, almost chanting. From the mere sound of his deep, low voice, you break into a cold sweat and your gorge rises. What's my gorge? Listen, for my words reveal to you a path from the darkness upon the primordial truth, which has thrown open its gates for wayward souls seeking deliverance from the shroud of lies and torments of enslavement. Your minds have shed the bonds of the dogma that has guided you into the abyss, except now the hope granted to you by the greatest of the world bearers. Just a second. Sacrilege! Here, on the soil of an imperial world! Heinrichs hisses through gritted teeth. I knew our meeting at Rykad Minoris wouldn't be the last, but to run into this anathema here? Kava Gamma did not merely succumb to heresy, Muck Von Luck. Your world is in the clutches of the greatest evil known to the Imperium. Pascal gazes at his former brethren and whispers dryly. The new sphere signature of the defective units has been archived. In accordance with the sacred commandments, I will tolerate no heresy and hereby sentence you to categorical disposal without redemption. Death to Chaos Spawn! The Chaos Space Marine roars in fury as the tech priests turn and charge at you as if on cue. And suddenly, the band. I am quite scared of the Chaos Marine. Muck, would you love me if you was aware? As long as you still watch my stream, yeah. A view is a view, my guy.
A wicked thought.
Oh, these are not robots. The hacking thing doesn't do damage to these. What? That's hit faster? Oh no, I think it damaged the cover. Alright, regen on Abelard.
Let's see.
She's gonna be our #1 source of damage against the Chaos Marine, so she's gonna start chipping him down. Oh god, oh god, oh god, what's he gonna do? It's fine.
Doubt is for the weak. As the Emperor commands. I'll do it.
Not a servitor.
Heinrich's finally getting a turn. It's on everything. Got a kill. Word of the Emperor. In his name!
Of course, Lord Captain.
Weakness on those guys. Heal on Argenta. No line of sight. If I move here, can I regen her? Yeah.
Step, I lead. A genius at work.
Cassia, give her a turn. Cassia hit the Marine again. Alright, he's down to half.
I'm not accustomed to being ordered around.
Back up. Woo!
Don't frighten me.
Oh my god.
Faith without deeds. As the Emperor commands, I act.
High momentum.
Not a servitor.
Touch of anger. Hit each other. One of them's kind of stuck. It's an enemy's turn right now, but he's like broken. I'm giving it a minute and hoping he corrects himself. Don't know if it's been mentioned, but just having you comment on what's happening in short little bursts like you do is really appreciated. I was just doing my thing. I'm glad you like it. Oh, there we go. All right. Let's throw a buff on him. Let's see. Wall of Rockery, give 10 hit points to everybody. Defensive stance to riposte everything. Taunt on all these guys, and we got a free extra attack. Pop. Pascal. Move here. Free attack on this guy. Use the Mecha Dendrite to knock him away. And then we can do an AoE attack. And then I don't want to end the fight out here in the open, so use this skill to move back here. And we just leveled up. Word of the Emperor in his name! Buff everyone's resolve.
Let's see to
do this on myself. Iron Arm buff on him.
I won't object.
In turn. Regen on Cassia. Let's use Finest Hour to give Cassia a whole ton of turns. First, I'm going to move her here so she stops getting hit with attacks of opportunity. And then, focus all the power on that guy. There we go. 231 damage. Alright, no more Chaos Marine. But wait, there's more! And then Cassia kills everyone. Alright. And he had a cape. The Arc Strategist Mantle. All bonus from the wearer's combat tactics areas are decreased by 5% for 1 round if the wearer uses a strategy. I am not even using that. I have 2 people. Well, no, Adira was that in my team, and then we totally killed Adira and got rid of her. And then the other person is Yurliet, which we're not really using her. Okay, so we just lifted that thing. What about over here? There's a door over here also. Alright. Let's deal with the level up.
The rogue thread.
This is one of those. I actually don't like the levels like this. I find this is very overwhelming. Like, I do enjoy D&D stuff. I enjoy, you know, making unique characters and stuff, but there's like 100 options here. Excuse me. Thank you. Alright. Melting armor is anytime an enemy suffers damage from the Psyker, that enemy's armor is reduced by 3%. The Psyker does have the, I do have the ability on this guy that when he hits someone, they are permanently dotted and take damage every turn forever. So that could combo with that. And there's, of course, setting someone on fire, so that'd be 2 dots. Can't get Psi rating 3 yet. Monk, have you seen the trailer for the game No Rest for the Wicked by Moon Studios? It's the same game that made the Ori games that looks awesome. I have not, no. Hang on. Official reveal trailer from 3 weeks ago. Alright, I have it open. I'll check it out after the stream. Let's see. Tech use, persuasion, base skill, Medicaid, prove the skill if their archetype or origin does not allow it. There was one point earlier in this playthrough I got carouse and coercion confused, thinking they were like the same thing. I now realize that they are different. All allies have plus 25% dodge against attacks made by allies. Do minus 25% damage to allies and minus 50% less additional damage with critical hits against allies. So, all allies. This basically makes friendly fire much easier for the whole team. Sure. Not that I am in that situation much, but sure. Where's Endurance? Whenever the Vanguard's ally in a 2-cell radius around them is hit, the Vanguard gives them plus 3 temp wounds once per round for each ally. Wallet max stats of Unyielding Beacon. I didn't know Unyielding Beacon had a max stacks. I don't know how high it goes. All allies affected by the Vanguard's abilities are less likely to suffer a critical hit. He hits allies with his Psyker abilities constantly, but not his Vanguard abilities. Although Destined was pretty cool. The Psyker's Psi rating is increased by 1 until the end of combat each time an ally uses a heroic act. That's pretty crazy, because the Psi rating is kind of like all their psychic abilities are multiplied by the Psi rating. Wait, he can get Psi rating 3 right now. What the heck? This happened last time too, so something about him. This is this requires level 30. Look at that. Requires level 30? He's 27. This happened at 17 also. He got the level 21 at level 17. I don't know why. Okie dokie. Cheater, yep. Reading. Navigator gets +5 fellowship and an additional +1 fellowship for every navigator talent or navigator power. Does this help her much? I don't know that this really helps her skills. I guess her officer skills use some fellowship. I'll get this. It's a small damage boost. Let's see. Taunting opportunity. Enduring shield is nice. Bonus to parry and armor very frequently. Oh, counterattack stance looks cool too. I'll get that. Alright. Bounty Hunter. Probably my least favorite side class so far. Also could use with leveling up her demolition skill if that's an option. Whenever the bounty hunter kills an enemy with critical, all allies and 7 celebrities around the target gain critical chance to get them in combat. What's bad about bounty hunter? I just don't find it very interesting. It does give this skill claim the bounty, which is nice, which is like an extra free but weaker attack each round. That's nice, but like all the other skills are kind of eh. Like you do a combo and get 2 movement points, and it's just like, it's not really a big deal. But it's completely possible I'm not using it to its fullest extent. Happy to your Mucka Chad. You as well, Dreamboxer. Happy. It's ready to serve. Resolve doing my part. If no other character in the current party has the same archetype as this character, the first use of any ability from this archetype in combat costs 1 less. Just 1 time on the first turn. All allies excluding Xenos in the current party get +5 to the same stat as was chosen for Humanity's Finest. What stat did you choose for Humanity's Finest? I don't even know if you have that. Oh no, that's here. But I can't see what it was. Humanity's finest. Plus 10 ballistics. Well, lock and load, baby. Let's go. Let's go. So it'd be plus 5 ballistics. Sure. All right, Pascal. Assassin. Why does he get 2 things? New Year, new EB, same as old EB, but with a fancy sticker. I'm just imagining it's right on your forehead, buddy. It's just like one of those ones that you find on like a banana. Could get tech use. First attack in combat with any plasma, melta, or power weapon does an additional 6 damage. For the remainder of combat, the bonus damage is decreased and opponents do. But it does give you bonuses for the whole rest of combat. That's cool. Do it. And then what's this one? Create an opening. Is this like an assassin thing? If the opening is blah 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 blah. Whenever the assassin attacks enemy that's at full wounds, the assassin gains plus 20% dodge direction against the enemy. Every turn, the first use of an assassin ability costs 0. Every turn, the first use of an assassin ability costs 0. Whenever the assassin does direct damage to an enemy, that enemy suffers 1 stack of the vulnerable effect. Vulnerable. The character suffers plus number of vulnerable stacks times 3% more damage from assassin attacks. Direct damage, damage that cannot be reduced by the target's parameters or bonuses. Wait, direct damage is damage that cannot be reduced by the target's parameters or bonus. So, wait, just shooting them is not direct damage? You could say the sticker was doled out to me. Ah, banana joke. Whenever the assassin hits an opening, damage is increased until the end of combat. The enemy with a damage. All right, let's just get the free assassin things. That's fine. Okay. Oh my god, that level up was actually tedious. The exciting ones are the ones where you choose like a power. All right, there's a door there. There's trash. Oh, trash! Yay! I will dig through this and sell it to other people. Release the car brake. Remove the obstacle.
Unexpected result.
For me.
Did my people just die from that? I just gained so many injuries. That's so dumb. I have not saved the game in a while. Why would you not put the brake back on? Manual valve. I thought they were out of the way of it, but I was wrong. Alright. I'm gonna run back to the ship to get all the wounds instantly cured. I honestly thought it was gonna roll in the other direction and take out some enemies. But I also thought I was off to the side and I was not in the path of it. But that was wrong. Alright, we're all 100% again. It was just a happy little accident. Nothing workers' comp can't fix.
What is it, rogue trader?
Alright.
History of the world.
I am the rogue thread. Alright, running back to where we were. His crucified body had all of its augmetics removed. Judging by the abundance of blood, they were ripped out when the tech priest was still alive. Demence. The tech priest tears himself away from reading his data slate and looks up at you. His respiratory augmetic is missing. Instead, the lower half of his face is covered in deathly pale artificial flesh. You take note of the multitude of fresh augmetics all attached to his head. They seem to have been inserted haphazardly, and pus is seeping from the untreated wounds. I heard your footsteps in the void. You are Von Valancius, are you not? Pascal exchanges a series of binaric signals with the tech priest before saying menacingly, initiating arrest procedure. This unit is using a fabricated identification code which constitutes a grade 4 transgression. Pascal's like, this man has unpaid parking tickets. Identify yourself. His white and lifeless lips stretch into a smile. My name is Demence Hanuman. I believe it is familiar to you. That statement is false. This unit stands accused of identity theft. I am guilty of many things, but not the transgression you speak of. I have stolen nothing from you, my tech comrade, unlike many others who have indeed robbed you. Are you the one who stole Magos Tazrus's personal code and made an attempt on his life? No. Why would I do that? It was the work of the Maimed Hunter. Term not recognized. Is this a specialized term used by your branch of tech heresy? It is simply a name that fits him. You must have noticed by now that names are full of lies, haven't you, Pascal Hanuman? Mocking laughter bursts from the heretic's lips. I'm wondering if we're gonna find out that the Pascal in our party is actually like a clone of someone, or he's got a copy of someone's memory and he's not the original. I'm giving you a chance to explain why you're using the name of another. Another? I have the right to bear this name. It is my humble inheritance, which I received from Archmagos Amarnat. To renounce it is to betray his ideas. The blessed Amarnat taught us that the cycle must be discontinued, and it seems I have become his best student. Now I aspire to know all, comprehend all, as is the Omnissiah's will. Blasphemy! Should you continue these sacrilegious mentions of sacred litanies and heretical perversions of the blessed Amarnat's philosophy, you will be destroyed. You wish to sound outraged, but I sense your curiosity. I understand. Knowledge is intoxicating. This craving for new knowledge gnaws on me at will, but be patient. I am deciphering a great mystery, and my name became the start of the key. I analyzed the archives and found it in places where it should not be. Hanuman, Hanuman, Hanuman. I kept seeing this marker upon the traces of a great plot, of the deception created by Archmagos Amarnat. No sound mind is capable of such twisted cunning, but my mind was no longer sane. It could no longer stay within the narrow confines of the norm. Each new discovery loosened the imperatives of obedience and granted ever greater freedom. I developed. I avoided the traps of the Maimed Hunter who seeks to hide the truth. But words mean little. Do you want me to show you the truth? His pale lips spread into a smile. Pascal, do you have any preferences regarding the killing of your former tech comrade? Pascal switches to Technolingua, his vox erupting in a series of binaric signals. There is no need for secrecy. Let him understand. The heretic nods in your direction with a smile. Pascal glances at you with worry and says in Gothic, his voice doubtful, following a voluntary surrender, I will be willing to commute the punishment from immediate destruction to arrest and isolation, for the purposes of conducting an exhaustive interrogation. If you think it is best. The heretic's strange smile remains on his dead lips. Request denied, tech comrade. You will have to pull what I know out of my head. Suddenly the band. Shoot the Vox Skull. Run and gun for an extra shot. Kill the Vox Skull. Didn't get that one. Entrench behind the cover. Mine Scrambler Grenade. I have never seen that. Oh, Cassia dodged that. The other two got hit. Melta attack. Didn't you just go? Holy crap. Word of the Emperor in his name. Invigorate Abelard. Cast Speed Up on Abelard. Cast Weaken on these two. Regeneration on Abelard. Single target heal. Extra turn to Cassia. Blast Immense. He gave this dude an extra turn. Ow! Pascal's down. Taunt everything. Defensive skills. Blast Immense again. Give Argenta another turn. Kill the weakest thing so that she can use Revel and Slaughter to buff herself. Make these angry, hoping they hit each other. It worked on one of them. Get behind cover. Argenta also get behind cover. Shoot, guarantee a crit, put a bounty of them. Run and gun for an extra shot. Shoot again. Entrench. Okay, the taunt did not work very well. In his name! Speed up Cassia. Iron Arm on Abelard. Self-heal on Heinrichs. Regeneration on Cassia. Give her another turn. Unload on Demence. He's down. Bark in order at Heinrichs just to give him temp HP from officer skills. Finest Hour just came up. Use it on Cassie. Get the one that was not taunted. Okay, hit the other one. Okay. We win. Pascal got knocked the muck out though, so he's gonna be injured. Well. Pascal stands motionless as he stares at the heretic's corpse. After a long silence, he finally says in a hollow voice, I am taking his neural cogitator. The data contained within must be analyzed to supplement the catechism of maintenance and operation. Do what you deem necessary. Pascal leans over the corpse, activates the sampling tool on one of his mechanedrites, and plunges it into the tangle of augmetics covering the heretic's skull. Pascal has broken ribs. Portable cogitator, plus 10 bonus to logic. Mezzo pattern plasma gun. Ooh. Is that an upgrade to Pascal's plasma gun? Yeah, that is a huge upgrade to Pascal's plasma gun. Do you guys see that? This current one's 15 to 19. This is 20 to 30. New plasma arm. A mishmash of steel, wire, and augmentation shaped by some madman into an unknown and frightening monstrosity. The curved parts appear foreign compared to the orderly geometry of the Manufactorum. seems always closed too quickly. The many holes and fasteners indicate that each component serves as but a single part of some wicked design.
Patience. My nerves are frayed.
Set up the ladder. Redemption Gauntlets. The wearer's melee attacks made against enemies under the effect of exposed weakness decrease their strength and agility by 10. Okay. So we got a door here and we got a path up there. All right, so 2 ways to go. All right, I am going to quick save it here, chat, and we will eagerly pick it up from here next time. All right, y'all, thank you for a wonderful morning stream. I am out of time. I do need to step out. A couple of plugs on the way out. If you happen to be new to my channel, my name is Mukluk. I stream every single evening and every weekday morning. Yes, Optim, I'm so sorry. I'll be back in about 5 hours tonight for Mutiny Monday. For those of you who don't know, every Monday we do a game called the Rift Breaker, which is a game where I try to play it, but people in chat can type things that interfere with the game at the same time, so I try to survive what they do to me while trying to beat the game at the same time. I'll be doing that this evening. We also just started Spellforce Conquest of EO last night, and we're going to be finding another game to fit into the schedule because we just finished Mini Healer Return of the Oberdin and Dyson Sphere program. Really quickly, these are my YouTube channels. If you didn't already know, I do have 2 of them, and these are our wonderful patrons, wonderful folks, and if you would like your name on that list, there's a link to that right there for our supporters. If you're watching on Twitch, hit follow. On YouTube, like and subscribe. And with that, I am going to wrap things up here. You guys have a fantastic rest of your day. Stay safe, and I will see you guys tonight for Mutiny Monday. Say it backwards. Edge the need only you'll but see to take, please. Week every giveaways, beakers, the touch don't speakers, the up crank, way the on is entertainment, stay the enjoy. You hope we lab the 2 viewer, dear you welcomes, third the Snuffles, Van Chauncey, Sir, and fourth the Esquire, Reginald Bartholomew, Douglas, Mukluk. The words pour from his mouth, nearly tripping over themselves in their haste. My name is Zunikai. I used to be a slave here, but then I worked hard and they made me an overseer. I kept a good eye on the slaves, and if anyone slacked off, I whipped them hard. Don't clip it. Oh, I'm crying. Oh, hi. You stay there. I'm going that way. Deal. You broke the deal. Oh, Chauncey can swim. I didn't know that. Wait. How does he look so dapper while swimming? I've never seen a cat look that dapper while swimming. Like, look, his chest is out. He's just like, yeah. Have you attempted Oxygen Not Included? I played it on stream, and one very memorable memory is anyone who was at the stream, I was letting them name one of my replicants after them, and I said, Joe Niels, which one do you want to be you? And one of them had like explosive bowel syndrome or something, and he donated $50, and he was drunk, and he made the British guy said, I want a character, make me the poop one. I don't know if anyone on Twitch has ever spent $50 to say, make me the poop one, but that day Joe did, and it burned into my mind. The flashlight that we picked up earlier is in hand now. Oh, that's us. Oh, yo, I was getting... Cardboard, this is not going to go well. Run an update. I'm running software updates. This is true horror, chat, because I was a tech support. I can't get away from it. Updated. They just left bread on the table. That bread's gonna dry out The bread is gonna dry out. There's so much bread. You don't, like, there's the baby's not eating bread. There's 2 of us. There's like 3 loaves of bread there and another 4 right here. What are you doing? Put some saran wrap on it. It's gonna dry out. New oh my God, a freaking patron sound. Oh, yeah, just like, a new arrival, and then, and Wolf was sure to follow. Oh, hello, welcome, patron. Sit down, you, oh, Season, good to see you. I use numpad for my mounts. I use numpad for this, and 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 other things.
I'm trying to sleep here.
Am I too loud? Okay.
I love you.
I love you too. You're still here? It's over. Go home. Go. Who's that character? It's Pikachu! It's Queen Jenna!